Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Cookie. I figure we can hang out. Gonna enjoy the journey. I don't care what's going on. And I need to make sure I put up all my thumbnails. Cause, like I said, YouTube has let me know. Gotta put your thumbnails up. Hi, Adrian. Whew. Got my coffee. I'm gonna drink it all. I'm gonna sit here. Y'all, my desk is a mess. Let's see if I can. I took a picture. Let me see if I can show you. Cause I like a good mess. Look at that. This is before I put this up there, but that's the left side, that's back there. All over there is just everything is everywhere. But isn't it fun? Just gonna have fun today. Cause I'm pulling out two things that love love me some Dina. And I think the only thing I might have is some vintage photo, a vintage stain, vintage photo from Distress Oxide. Other than that, it's gonna be a Dina and Karen kind of day. And when you have Karen, you have PM Artist Studio. Ooh, baby. Gonna mix them up. Mix them up. What y'all doing today? How y'all doing? Oh, and make sure if you're coming in, hit that live on your thing if you're coming in after, because I came live a little early. Hi, Vanessa. I enjoyed hanging out with Eddie. I got my gel plate back there. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let me go and do that right now because I want this print. Have the puppies in the studio. What color he used? That's what I said I was going to use blue on this to go on and pull it because I hadn't put a color on it. That might be too much paint, but it'll be okay. We're not worried about y'all before I squirrel too much. Them people, Blick has Amsterdam paints 50% off. I'm just saying, don't let me, let me inspire you. If you need some, they have it on sale. I do have my link below because I do have an affiliate link. Go, I already got some that it's like, and we're talking about the big tubes, not the little tubes. Talking about 120, 120. My, I had to give some of my gel prints, not gel prints, some of my stencils a good bath because they were just mad at me. It's like our holes are clogged up. Like, lady, what are you doing? I don't think that was enough paint. Let's see, get some. This is gonna be a messy day too. Cause if you know me, you know I got all things Dina. Cause I love me some Dina, product. See, I need to use it so I can see how that just didn't do good, real good on my plate. That's okay though. We're not gonna worry about it. Rear it out. Hey, what do you call that stuff? Some paints need to be used. No, I'm not gonna be gel printing. So this is about as much gel printing you're gonna get. I think. Hey, if I get threatened with a good time, I might. I might. Did you get Adrian, you know what? I did get your email. I didn't respond back. Bad Karen. I thought I responded back. Wait, did you send me one today? Because I ain't checked the email today or yesterday. Well, you sent me one, I think last week. Or I think. But tell me. If you sent me one recently, no. But if you sent me one last week, the one you sent last week, I think that was you or Lindaville. Y'all responding, y'all connecting in the email. I love it. I really do. Had to add it to my list of things to do. Check your email. I don't check my email that often. I don't. My business email, yes, I do. I try to. Be a bad business person if I did. You know, I'm learning. Sorry, I didn't give y'all a peeky peek. There it is. Isn't that beautiful? All right. Let's see. You gotta check Tim Ross. Tim Ross? Oh, Tim Ross. Okay, we got another one. Who he had on? Okay, I'll check it. Because usually you send me some and you get to him before I do. Do you watch do you watch him faithfully? I used to watch him when he was doing his other thing, but now that he's in the basement, I don't know. I don't get the notifications. Huh? Yeah, no. Been hanging out with Don Lemon here lately. I don't know what I do know, but I don't know. All right, let's say hello to all those that have popped in. I was trying to wait till 3 o'clock, but Adrian, Zal, Cookie Wookie, Vanessa, who else? Anybody else popped in? The people are in the balcony. If you don't choose to want to chat, that's fine. Hello, hello. Welcome to Create Joy Studio with me, Karen McCoy. We're gonna be doing some things today. I do not have a creative like finished product of what I'm gonna do. How about that? Have you ever noticed me to have anything like that? If you did, then okay. Oh, Aaron Graham. Yeah, I think I did see that. I saw the premiere thing. I did see that. So I'll put him on. Hi Mariah. But yeah, we got some things. We got some things. Been doing some things over here. And I'm going to take my stamps. What do I do with the other ones? That one. We're going to take my words and my flowers, and we're going to combine them with some things that I like. Like in the title for this thumbnail was "Fun in the Studio with Dina Wakley Media." I wish it was Dina Wakley herself. I'm just saying, like here on the ranch. And PM Artist Studio. That's like a dream team. Like if I could have them to come to the ranch and we just hang out, like wouldn't y'all want to hang out? Like I would have to be selfish for the first time. And then the next time I probably want to share a little bit. But just saying. I thought it was just so neat that like Dina was the first one I used the gel plate with, right? And then so now and then I meet up with these fabulous ladies in the studio that's got so much snark, and Dina is the queen of snark for me, with all of the words and the things. And so it's just like, why not put them together? Like that's what I was doing anyway, and what I was going to do, I was going to stop doing what I was doing to watercolor. And then I was like, but Karen, you're going to watercolor 31 days next month. Watercolor will be okay. And I was just like, yeah, but I want a watercolor. So I took a walk around the ranch and I had a little, conversation. And I asked myself, and myself said, hmm. And then when I came back in, Eddie was on. And then Eddie just like kind of solidified it for me. It's just like, oh, nope, we're going to play with PM Artist Studio. Going to pull out our stuff because I don't have new designs coming up this month, but I did last month. So we're going to pull up our, if you didn't see it last month, if you somewhere, you hadn't been here on my channel, got my new stamp that came out last month. And this stamp says, may the grace help you walk through every bright day of your life. Keep the joy flowing. No matter what happens, you are worthy of it all. That's kind of what we're going to be talking about today. Love you first so you can have peace always. Doesn't matter who show up, what they doing, or whatever. There's a daggone bug in here and he's trying to get in my coffee. I'm just saying. Eddie, I don't know if you heard, but I know you got a birthday coming up, so you might have a package coming. I'm just saying. But Blick has paint on sale. Amsterdam at that 50% off. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Just saying. So if y'all don't know, I got affiliate link down there in the description box. Go over there and check it out. Cause I think the one of the sets that I got, which was like in the past, was like $60. Cause I like the big ones. Size matters. And usually I get like my colors that I have that are on reorder. This was a good time to just get them. But yeah, I like the big one, 120 milliliters. I like these. I've already tried all of these. I'm good. You can see the size difference. If you go in there and it's 20 ounces, this is 20 milliliters. This is what you're going to get. So size matters. Now, if you're trying it out, okay, this works. But I'm good. I don't have to try Amsterdam out. We are down. We dating. Like we're dating. Hmm. I'm married to Liquitex, but me and Amsterdam, we're dating. So, that's just how it is over here. Eddie, you did a fabulous job. Like, just fabulous. Like, I don't even know. I can't put words with all the. I feel like I need to go get the dictionary and pull out some words to really, really, really give you some great words to hone in on the fabulousness that was done over on your channel. And I can't wait to get some of the new stuff, that's coming out. So, but for right now, with me, myself, and I. Hi, Rhonda. Did I miss anybody else? I'm kind of pause a little bit and trying to give it a little bit so I can drink my coffee. Uh-uh. That bug that wants my coffee because it smells good. It's got cinnamon and look at it. See? Cinnamon and caramel in it. Because I don't put cream in my coffee no more. I do like a little cream in my coffee, but I don't put it in my coffee no more. It helps my numbers don't spike up so much from the creamer. So what we got? What we got? Y'all make sure y'all hit that thumbs up because we here. Popping in to give a thumbs up, sis. Thank you, Rhonda. I appreciate you. You know I do. I was playing around with one of your stencils. No, it was stamp. Because I'm still on that. Yeah, this Rhonda, right? This Rhonda. This the one I feel like it looks like hearts. Looks like hearts. But we had a play. I had to play with stamps because I told y'all my stencils they needed a bath. When I tell you I got a bin full of, I could have put them in the bathtub. That's how many all my stencils were just like we're not working no more. We're on strike until you clean us. That's how much. So good. I told P she needs to watch. Yes. Oh my God, P, you will love all of that fabulousness on that plate. Oh, it's bubble wrap. Oh, that's not. Oh my goodness, Rhonda, I'm sorry. I didn't know. My bad. Listen, let me write the names on this right here. See, because I'll be calling this Rhonda stamp. But Rhonda got a stencil that's got hearts on it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Cookie. Let me put Devin. Dang, my bad. Look, look. Keisha say, that one is your lawn. Boop. I'm happy. Look it. Look it. Look it. I'm so glad. But well, okay, well, I was playing with your lawn. Well, listen. In the past, if anybody have watched and I've used it, that's what I said. I'm quite sure I've used it because it reminds me of your stencil, Rhonda. And I know it's your stencil. It's in the wash now too, so I can't show that. But the I sent out some cards and some mail, and so some of them, we did some things, and that's why I said they were like, I'm not working no more. I was like, fine, fine. Okay, hold on, I got something to show you. Y'all know I done jumped on this AI kick. Everybody's like talking about doing their own thing and creating this and creating that. Tammy was talking about it and Ryan was talking about it. I was like, well, I'm just gonna create me then. I'm just saying where I want to be. My dream as an entrepreneur, this is my dream location right here. I feel like this is Paula K. That's Bermuda, where we're gonna be in three. Well, I feel like I'm gonna do it before then, right? But isn't she cute? I'm gonna make her into a card. My cup says create joy. It's everything, all about me. And is. And one of my favorite flowers is peonies. My other was is gardenias. And then I like darn, what's that flower on the porch? I can't see it and can't even call it right now. Starts with a G too. But I was cute. That was cute. Hey Jackie, how's the weather? I feel like I want to be over there with y'all, but I think can't deal with not having air conditioning right now. I want that bug. I'm not gonna hit him. I know he too fast for me. I want him to go in the water. He don't want to go in the water. All right, I think we're good enough. We're at 3:11. All right, let's kind of get to chatting it up. So remember, we had a conversation on Monday. Does anybody have anything that they would like to add from Monday? Because I told y'all if you came in and you want to talk about something, not that we're going to go over what I talked about, but we are going to continue choosing joy anyway, no matter what's going on in our hearts. I mean, in our households, in the world right now, we're still going to choose joy. So, to all my subscribers, thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up as always. And thank you for continuing to create joy with me. You know, I really, 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 really love it. Love that we have our community is grown. Let me put a lid. Let me put this over it because he gonna keep going in there and I want my coffee. But I like that we've grown. Somebody asked me about my channel being monetized, and it's just like, well, what's the difference from last year to this year? Well, this year I get paid to do it. Last year I wasn't getting paid to do it, except for time, energy, and resources, right? But it is one of the things that has brought me a whole lot of joy, a whole lot of joy for you guys to join me and create Joy Studio. We got a new look, new desk look. Only put paper up here because I'm going to be making a mess today. Um, and so out of that, from this year, from last year to this year, there's a lot of new things that happened. I came into the new year with new designs, new partnerships. That was amazing. That is still amazing. And we're still growing and still adding photo cases. That's the way I look at it. I got to get one for this one. But this makes me happy. Um, so yeah, it makes my heart happy, and I want to continue to inspire everybody else to do the same thing. Create joy no matter what's going on in your life. Am I saying ignore the stuff that's going on? No, I'm not. Because as Monday, y'all saw, I jumped on a little bit. Jumped on a little bit, and but I had to talk myself off the ledge because I will go down the rabbit holes, and I kind of it'll make me angry, and I can't be angry because why? I want to create joy. I want to be able to speak and use my platform in a way that gives people a voice but also reminds them, don't fall, because if you fall, nobody's really going to care. They're going to walk over you and keep going to the next channel. So, yes, we have a lot going on in the world right now. Yes, we have a voice, and yes, we want to talk about it. But there's so much because remember, the internet is open now. It's not like it wasn't before. You only knew what went on in your town or the town your family members lived in. We know what's going on around the world. And we have to protect our space. We have to protect our mindset, our tad. Like, we have people they're in there. They're boot anchored in, and that's their job. Like Don Lemon, like he can get in and out of it with no problem. I can't do it. Right. I listen to Patricia and Mariah on Saturdays at Call. Sometimes I listen with over here just like, oh goodness, that just makes me so mad. And then I sit back and be like, but what can I do? So mine is I want you to join in all of the things so that we can have a road to lead as much as we can to real joy, you know. So today we're going to be talking about something that sounds simple, but it's not always easy. Being happy no matter the situation. Like right now, what got going on. Like today, well, yesterday, well, whenever it got said, the UFC person, that man that said what he said about Michelle Obama. I mean, I'm just like, we got freedom of speech. Yes, we do. Okay. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Okay. Let's put that out there. Everybody's entitled to say what they want. I just get mad. I get very upset when people want to laugh about. Okay, we're gonna do. I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna say it because it's not about today. I'm gonna put it right here because that's what it is. Okay, that way and that way. Right. Okay. So, and I'm not gonna say the name. If you know the situation, you know the situation. But a while back, when something happened, somebody was actually somebody passed on. The world, the people from that side of the world was a little upset. I can't believe y'all are talking about this. I can't believe y'all are mad about this. I can't believe y'all are whatever, 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 whatever. Okay. Then when you have people that literally die on this side, then They're like, well, who cares? I mean, so much so that you get the person that's in the White House. It's like, I'm glad that he's gone. Used another word. And I'm just like, okay, that's what we're doing. It reminds me of play yard stuff. Hi, Pika. It reminds me of play yard. You're in a play yard, right? Um, and so you have the thing. Let me tell y'all something. If I have to jump off this live because the truck kind of tilts over, it's because Mr. McCoy is driving on this very, very slippery slope. It rained a lot, and I don't think he really understands that some parts of the yard can't handle it. But I'm gonna try to make sure keep my eyes focused while he's back here behind the studio. I just saw Charles like, doesn't he know it's wet out there? If the lawnmower has a problem, I'm just saying. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I was very upset because of what the man said about Michelle Obama. I was very upset. And then now he's trying to tread back and talking about it was a compliment. I'm sorry, as a black woman, I never want to be put in the same category as I I'm a man, right? I don't even want to be put in the category like I'm strong like a man. Don't even put me in the same sentence as a man, right? Because I want to be who I am as a woman. And I'm like, well, that's what y'all saying. Just so you don't want to apologize, just so you don't want to back up off it. But you're the one that's losing. But I thought that was very, very cruel. So I said that to kind of segue into being happy no matter the situation, because that's what it was kind of telling myself. It's just, girl, be happy. Like, it's okay. The Obama's over there opening up the daggum biggest thing in Chicago that has happened in a long time. Michelle ain't worried about it. Barack sure ain't worried about it. So how about you not worried about it? So I had talked myself off the ledge because I just thought it was just very distasteful, you know, just very distasteful. Now, let me be clear right from the start. Being happy no matter the situation does not mean you're pretending everything is perfect. So, no, I'm not pretending that it didn't happen, but I couldn't continue to let it take me under, right? And it does not mean that you are not like I was ignoring my pain, because I did have to check into my pain point as to, as a black woman, I felt offended. I was like, dang, is that what we're doing? And so I had to answer the question for myself, right? And that's what I want you guys to do. When you're trying to create joy in the midst of whatever you're going through, check in. Are you mad because the person said something to you? Or are you mad because of something that maybe triggered in you? Like, we got to really know our emotions. Remember, we're talking about emotional intelligence, right? We got to know what's really going on. Real joy is deeper than that smile. Real joy is when, life is not doing what you wanted it to do, but you still decide, I will not let this situation own me right now, and won't. Real joy is when people disappoint you, right? Because they will, but you refuse to become bitter. Like, you even still show up and be like, oh girl, hey, how you doing? Knowing that they done said something about you, or knowing that they don't like you, because at the end of the day, you're here to create your joy, your peace, give yourself grace, love on yourself, right? Real joy is when you stop waiting for everything around you to change before you give yourself permission to breathe. That's what I'm saying. So that you can heal, laugh, rest, and live no matter what is going on. So that was my take on where I had to walk myself back off that ledge and be like, okay, we do have freedom of speech. People are entitled to say what they want. Okay, but when I say what I want, I don't want them to say nothing. Right? Because, at the end of the day, they're gonna cry them tears. We can fill buckets up with the tears that they cry when the shoe on the other foot. Okay, and in other, what do you call it? Current events. That's what it is. This little session, other little current events. I'm happy to say that Carmelo Anthony has a dream team. They are putting in appeals on his behalf, so that made me happy. Um, I thought it was interesting that the judge that presided over the daggum trial, oh, he's all of a sudden retiring. I'm just like, hmm. But hey, at the end of the day, I lost a whole child in public, so just saying. Learn how to create joy no matter what life is serving you. Did you print those yourself, Karen? They look great. Yes, I did, Rhonda, over there on my Epson Eco Tank. Ain't her cute? Just imagine you might be getting a birthday card or something that inspires you with me on front. Maybe. I don't know. I just wanted to see what they look like when I printed them out. And I'm going to play with them today. We're going to see how it works out. But Rhonda, I have done my own journal. So my printer does amazing. It does. So create Joy Studio. All right, I saw something. Hey Becky, I thought I saw Becky. So hi Karen and friends. Be up, you gonna be in the balcony working from home. Okie dokie. He's only say he's only saying that because he's losing. Oh, is he losing? See, I don't know nothing about the man. I feel like his whole stock just went up just because of what he said. I feel like he did it on purpose. But hey, if that's what you gotta do what you gotta do, boo. You do you, boo. Oh, and Eddie, I have to say something because I didn't know how to spell it. Lydia. Hi, Lydia. Something's coming to your mailbox soon, Lydia. But I couldn't figure out how to misspell it. But Ernch. I was hoping when we picked the colors and you said orange, I was just like, he's not gonna say it. You have to say Ernch. I can't even say it like you say it. It just gives me so much joy when you when the color is chosen and it's orange and he just like Ernch. Ernch. I can't even say it. My tongue won't even go that way. Probably because I can't roll my R's either. Like I can't let you out. He's out there with the truck. Hey, no, don't you bite that. That's why I gave you a bone. All right. See, now I done cut it up. I ain't got nothing to cover up my coffee. All right, let's do that. Okay, so today I have a lot of stuff on my desk. We got some things. I got some tags, so we're gonna play with some tags. I'm just gonna sit here. We're gonna have conversation. And then I'm gonna pull stuff out and just create as I go along. There's no rhyme or reason. The gel plate might come back out because I need that piece of paper off of that print. Maybe. I don't know. But I really wanted today, I wanted us to talk about choosing happiness, choosing joy, choosing peace, choosing personal responsibility in a world that is overflowing with blame right now. Right? Obamas are being blamed for the water or whatever it is. That all the stuff. Y'all, I delved into the internet for some minutes to see what was going on. And I'm just like, this what we doing? I'm spending all this money on groceries, and we are out here spending $15 million on painting a what? I'm sorry. Wait, what we doing? I'm confused. I'm so confused right now. I'm just so confused. Oh Lord, I was just so confused. Arch. Oh, is the oh see Arch. Listen, I feel like Eddie, you just need to send me a video. Just send me a voice message and say it so that way I can just hit it when I need it. Oh my goodness. So happiness. Put in the chat, what is happiness to you? What is joy? What does peace look like to you? Anything, any of these that I'm going to be talking about today. I want you to tell me your version of happiness. For me is a state of mind. I've found myself in the middle of a funeral home making arrangements for my child, and I found happiness. Like I was sitting there making these arrangements, and I felt a little happiness in my heart. And for those that don't know, I'm a mother of 7 children, and I've lost two of the seven. And October 4th, 2019 was my son's um, I don't know. So sometimes it can't, when he passed. However, unlived, whatever. I don't know which one of these platforms you're supposed to be, ain't supposed to be able to say whatever. He is no longer with me. He is in my heart. So it was one of the things as I was sitting there making arrangements and then having conversations and talking about it, it just gave me happiness. And, I was sad, I was angry, I was mad as hell. But in that little moment of talking about him, I found a little bit of, happiness. So happiness, I've coined for me, happiness is a state of mind for me. I could be in pain, I could be you know, in that moment and still found happiness. Now, for those that don't know, this is my stamp. This is actually Joshua. This is Tanika. in memory of my two children that are no longer with me. You can purchase these over at PM Artist Studio. I'm quite sure there's going to be a link over in the chat where you can just click on and go get you one. Go get you some, right? So the thing that made me think about it in that light was if I didn't, I was going to lose my ever loving mind because I was sitting in a funeral home having to make arrangements for another child, and that just made me angry. And then for the child to be that child, it made me angry. So I had to find my voice and find something. So I thought about him, his life. I thought about the time that God had given him to me, right? So that way it made it a little bit easier. Didn't make it 100% wonderful and great and all the things, but it made it a little bit easier to bear. Now these are Dina Wakley's new rub-ons. Listen, these puppies came special for me because they was out online. I put a link below to Dina's stuff, but I don't know if they have any more of these. This I got this one special delivered from Confident Canvas. It's just like, wait a minute, can she's like, yeah. So this one came yesterday, but I did some other ones. I gotta find them. But we're gonna put this, gonna rub it on, peel it off, put it on. But because let me tell you the truth, right? I've had enough blame in the world right now. Because y'all know I'm over here as a mother, living out, being blamed for being a bad mom, not being all things to all people, probably not being a bad wife. I mean, not being a good wife. Um, all the things I've accepted in my previous marriage. Let me say in my previous marriage, not in this one. Mr. McCoy had never said anything bad. I have more bad to say than he do. But I've accepted the blame. I don't, everybody needs somebody to blame, right? Everybody's blaming somebody. That's my point, right? They blame the family, the spouse, the past. Like right now, we're blaming the government. When YouTube don't work, we blame YouTube. The internet don't work, we blame whoever our internet provider is. We blame the preacher, the teacher, the job. Blaming the people who did not show up for us. We blaming the people who left. Like we're blaming. We are. We blame the people who stayed but did not love us the way we needed. Like the blame game, right? And yeah, some things really did happen. I'm not saying, but some people really did hurt me. Some people I probably no, I'm not gonna say this way. I have hurt people. Let me say it that way because I'm owning my stuff, right? And yes, some situations were unfair. We got some things like I started out with what was said about my forever first lady. I just felt like that was very hurtful and unfair, very heavy, right? Some losses changed could have changed your life forever. I thought the loss of my daughter and granddaughter changed my life, but the loss of my son, I mean, the trajectory of that, I stood in the middle of life's crossroads and said, "Look, you do it. Like, dude, really?" And that's me talking to God. And he says, I got you. Keep walking. Every day is not going to be a bed of roses. Hi, April. How are you? Welcome to Create Joy Studio, where we create healing one brush stroke at a time. Right now, today, we're not brush stroking, not with paint anyway. I think that's all off. I want to make sure it's all off. I don't want to pull it off. It's not. Get her in the flesh. Yeah. Oh, I knew she was going to be fabulous. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. Would you just look at that? That is my two designs. And then Dina Wakley's rub-ons. That girl is cute. Oh, and then, hold on. Joy said, hold on. I want to come in. All right, Joy, come on. Let's put you in. And then I'm going to do something different with Joy. So, but here's the thought-provoking question for today. Because y'all know I have questions because I want to provoke your thoughting. I want you to think about it, right? How long are you going to keep giving our joy away to what happened? Y'all know what I say. If I come and push you down today, and I come back next month and you're still down, that is no longer my responsibility. That's your fault. If you're still down for me pushing you down last month and you still down, it's not my fault. Now, this might be a problem because let's see. Oh, no, it's not. Thought it was going because I put the other one on it. It's okay. It's okay. We're good. We're good. Crisis averted. But I wanted that on there. We're going to sit that up there. Let that sit there. So today I want you to kind of think about it. At some point we have to say we gotta let it go, right? All right, where Rhonda says that looks great. The ribbon work really well. Sometimes they don't. Depends on the brand. The ribbon. Is that what these rub-ons are called, Rhonda? Ribbon. Get your rub on. Get your rub on. Get your rub on. Get your rub on. Sorry, y'all. I had to. Hi, Saul. Saul, how's the weather in New York? Oh my goodness. All right, I like that. That's cute. And it's cute because it's got my flowers on it. Now I'm gonna cut this. No, that was a typo. Oh, okay. Karen, are you on your way to the nerd? Well, yeah, I feel like yes, 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 thou. I'll just say that. Because we're all about getting our joy on the day. That's why I felt like today, Wednesday, was a perfect day to combine two, like Dina Wakley's medias and of course my designs that you get from PM Artist Studio. So every design that I'm going to be using is either going to be by Dina, the paint, and then the stencils. Well, I got one stencil. Wait, no stencils. I'm sorry, stamps only because my stencils are in the bath. Most of the ones that I want to have been using are in the bath. Yeah, they're in the bath. That one, I did that one. Put some words on it. We did. He did something the other day that inspired me to put windows. So I kind of did something like this. So I'm going to cut these out and probably put them on the cards. Not sure. That's why I said I got a lot of stuff on my desk. We're just going to kind of go with it. I like this bottle. We'll put that somewhere maybe. And then I got a lot of gel prints pulled already. Some tissue paper that's already out. See, we got, like, we can take this one, take our, kind of put that there and cut that out, put that on there, possibly. That's a good piece of paper. That one's good. So we got a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. I have a lot of stuff. But what I wanted to do is kind of make some what do you call it? Mixed media tags because I'm all out. I've sent out happy mail and I've made people's mailbox happy and I did some other things, sent some other stuff out. So yeah, we need to re-up. We need to re-up. Where's the other one? I got another one. Let's see, where'd it go? I don't know where it went, y'all. That's what happens when you have a messy desk. Lord have mercy. Well, oh well, if it pops up, then it'll pop up. It'll pop up. I don't know. Oh, then I'm gonna mess these up because P did something yesterday or Sunday. I can't remember. But I did this yesterday and it was just like real pretty. So I'm gonna kind of use some white embossing for this one. And then he was did some circles on his thing today. So I might get the circle punch and cut these out. Those will be cute. And then use my stamp. I don't know. We're just gonna kind of do some things as we continue to talk about it. you know. Hi, Topeka. What you crafty cooking today? We just got a lot of stuff going on. Look, I'm not going to even say I got one thing. I am squirreling like a mug today. But what I am squirreling with that I've already created was, see how I like the way that showed up. So we got the girl, which is the rub on from Dina Wakley, and then we got my stamp Joy, my words that you can. I thought that was cute. I like the way that came out, and it feels good too. Like really, really good. Hold on. Let's see, we can do something. Where's my paintbrush? Yes, we will be slapping some paint on some paper today. Where's the paintbrush, y'all? You see it? Y'all see my paintbrush? There it is. Let's get a little bit over. Topeka, how have you been? Haven't seen you in a while. Not unless you've been in the balcony. Oh, there's my pen. Dun, dun, dun. Sienna Grace, leave his bone alone. They had turkey. I gave them a turkey bone. So she's wanting to get Blake's bone. And Blake is not going to be happy about it. So there we take that off. Put a little bit of color right here. Just a little bit. Because why? Because we can. Because we can. Time to let it. I need to use all this paint up. Because if y'all, when I started out gel printing, remember? I started out using Dina's gel prints. I mean, paint. And y'all know I'd stop doing that real quick because that was a lot of paint. But I wish I would have continued because now I have paint and I kind of stopped using it. Kind of. Okay, so remember the question, how long are we going to keep giving our joy? Pretty much, how long are you just going to continue giving your joy away? I don't want you to give your joy away at any way, no way, shape, form, or fashion, okay? At some point, we have to say, what happened to me may be part of my story, but it will not be my whole story. Because remember, if you're here, you're still breathing, you're still creating, you still have another chance to try to get it right. What they did to you may have hurt you, right? But it will not control your life forever. What I lost, it broke my heart, but I will not let it steal my entire life. There are some days when God knows I don't even want to get out of bed still. And it's been 7 years since my son's death, and it's been 19 years since my daughter's death. And the hurt and the pain, it's still there. The anger is still there. But I cannot let it steal my entire life. What I went through, it may explain some things. It keeps me finding and searching more for how can I get more joy, right? So today, as I'm going along, doing some slapping some paint, dropping some paint, doing some things, I'm kind of talking about what I'm talking about from my standpoint, not even from a selfish way, but in a healing way. Because here in my life, a lot of people have, said, you're just very selfish. And I was talking to my youngest son early today, and he was just like, yeah, he's tired of being told that he's selfish. I was like, it's not selfish, it's self-care. Sometimes you have to take care of yourself. You got to do a little self-care so that you can heal on your journey. And Lord knows my children have some healing to do because they've lost just as much. They didn't lose a child, but they lost in a different way than like I did. They lost a sibling. I don't know what it's like to lose a sibling, right? But my children do. So it's just one of the things. So today, well, I got paint everywhere. I did a Darcy, y'all. Let's clean that up with this. Oh, got paint all over this shirt. Guess that was open. See what I'm saying? Choose joy, because if you don't, it's gonna choose you. Let's go on and sock this up. That was actually kind of fun. If y'all saw Darcy's video or seen her, she did ink, so I just did this spray. Um, But this shirt, well, not gonna worry about it. That's why you're supposed to come in the studio with paint clothes on. Sloppy. It's okay. Better get in there. All right, let's move on. We're not gonna worry about it. Let's get some of that and put some of that on. Let's see, can we go? Yep, let's go that way. There we go. We go use it. Not gonna worry about it. Get it up. Slop it up. Because it surely did. Let's put grace. How much grace we can give ourselves on there. What else? What else we got over here? Uh, put some grace there. All right. I think that's about all that we can get. That was fun. Did y'all see? Can y'all see? Like I've literally, is it in camera that big old, so half of that jar just spilled out. That's yummy. All right, there we go. Let's let that dry. Let's let that dry. So the word stamps are my actual handwriting. And you can get yours over at PM Artist Studio. That's the PM Artist Studio designs by yours truly, moi. Now I got to sit these up here so that we can figure out now. God has kind of chosen what I'm going to do. We're going to start out with these. All right. Got Grace there. All right. As we draw, let's put something here to kind of absorb that a little bit more. Uh-oh. Sorry, puppy. Okay. So, yeah, I was talking to my youngest son this morning, and he was, like he was getting real upset because said he was tired of people telling him that he was selfish. And I told him, I was like, hey, it's okay. I mean, we're all selfish in our lives. And a lot of times when you stop doing what other people want you to do, they're gonna call you selfish. They are. They are. And that's that. And it's okay. What I want to empower you right now is to not worry about them calling you selfish. Just don't worry about it. Accept it. Just say, you're right. I'm over here taking care of me right now. I'm being a little selfish, and it's okay. It really is. Okay? It really is. No, don't worry about it. And it's your responsibility to take care of you, right? Just let them call it selfish, but you call it self-care, right? Because in the whole scheme of things, if you're one of those people that want to be happy, happiness is not denial. It's a direction of where you're going in life. Being happy no matter the situation, it does not mean denying reality. It means deciding your direction. And then you have to decide what direction you're going to take, and you decide, okay, you know what? I've had a lot happen to me this year. I am going to choose me, right? The difference between saying I am not hurt and saying I am hurt, but I'm healing. There's a difference between saying this does not bother me and saying this bothers me, but it will not become my identity. That's how you're going to take care of you. And it's okay. It's okay. Y'all let them say what they want to say. They saying all the things. I mean, I don't even pay attention too much no more about what if people are talking, because I know the greatest form of like some kind of resemblance of being is somebody talking about you. Take it as a compliment. So it's like, yep, that's me. You mad? Okay, my bad. I'm not trying to hurt you on purpose. I'm just over here trying to take care of me. That's all you have to say, right? But joy and pain can sit in the same room. I had to learn that. You can miss someone and still laugh. I had to learn that. I had to learn that I could be disappointed and still have peace. You can be rebuilding and still be grateful. You can have tears in your eyes and still say, you know what, God, I trust you. Because some of the church folk out there, they're going to make you feel bad because you're not supposed to be questioning God. You're not supposed to be crying. He got you. And I was like, hey, go on somewhere with that. This is just between me. This relationship I have right here is between me and my God. Now, what you do with yours, that's between you and your God. But right now, no, this is where I am and this is how I'm feeling, and there's nothing you can say or do to take it away from me. Joy does not erase pain. Joy gives you the strength while you're walking through the pain. I'm here to tell you. I done walked some roads here, girl. Let me tell you, let me tell you. All right, got that. Let's take that off of there. But that's how slapping paint on paper came about. It's like, yo, Karen, what you doing? Nothing. I'm just over here slapping paint on paper. Because some of us are postponing our joy because of other people. I don't want you to do that. I really don't. Well, let's put some urge. I need to be able to push the button urge right there. Let's put some urge in here. And if you know me, none of my caps work, so I have to open it up, and that's why I know I was gonna make a mess. Just make a mess. That's why I didn't have a problem with it spilling. I just had a problem with where it spilled, kind of out of camera. So we're gonna make this paper very, very much so beautiful. And it is. Let's put that right there. Yes, let's move her because she's done. We got that one. But we're gonna enjoy the journey. It might be it might be painful sometime. It might. It might. My mom always called me selfish when I always felt like I was bending over backwards to be selfless. Now I just choose to take care of me regardless of what other people think. Can't please them all. Now, Keisha, with you saying that, how do you feel? Now that you've done that, how do you feel? Because I can relate to that. Becky says, "Oh, say that sentence again. Joy does not take away the pain while you go through." No, 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 no. Sure don't. Joy gives you strength while you walk through pain. It does. And I'm speaking from my, like, if this resonates, but I'm speaking from my place of pain. Standing beside not look, one, when my daughter and granddaughter passed on, I had to stand by two caskets at one time. When my son passed on, I had to go through life in public. Like it wasn't a private thing. It was like the world was worrying about one thing, and I'm just like, yo, I lost a child. I'm not caring about what y'all are talking about, right? So I needed the strength so I could walk through the pain. So the joy that I've gained along the way these last 5 years, it is just giving me more strength. That's why it's Create Joy Studio, because I created joy in the midst of my pain. Now, joy and grief can reside in the same place. But remember, you have to acknowledge your emotion. No, remember I told y'all about, I went in the what's that thing? The gas station. The man just asked me a question and I went off. It wasn't him that I was mad at. I was upset because I had lost my child and he didn't know. And then the other man, remember I told y'all when my daughter and granddaughter, he was just like, well, at least you're not on fire. In the moment when he said that, it's just like, what? But it was true. I mean, at least I wasn't on fire, but I mean, my heart was broken, but at least I wasn't on fire. I mean, but he didn't know I had lost a child. Okay, Keisha said, I feel better about myself. I also realized that her calling me selfish was just her way of tearing me down. There's nothing wrong with me. It just took a while to realize that. I can relate to that because people need you to need them, right? There's nothing worse than a person that can't do what they need to do unless you're there for they use you as a punching bag or they use you as the scapegoat to their issues. It's like, yo, again, I might have pushed you down on Friday, but if I come back next week and you're still down, I'm not going to even, I might apologize to you, but I'm going to be like, why are you still there? You're going to be like, well, you pushed me down last week and you didn't take it upon yourself to get up. We would have to have a conversation about that. So when you look at that scenario right there, people sometimes, not all people, but sometimes people need people to need them. They need to feel needed. And now people are throwing around that N word. I don't like that N word because there's so many modalities you like there's no way the methods behind all of that. You just gotta let that one kind of you just let it go. Just don't call everybody that because everybody isn't. No. They have some tendencies. They have some tendencies, but most majority of people are not that inward. They do gaslight. They gaslight the hell out you. And if you let them light you up, then that's what I'm saying. You can't blame them all the time. If you let them light you up, then it's no longer their fault. You are continuing to let them set you on fire. All right. So we're not going to do that. We're not trying to do that. We're not looking to do that. We're going to give ourselves grace so that we can love on ourselves and be in a situation to where we need to handle ourselves. And we know, like Keek said, we need to be able to take care of ourselves because I want you to enjoy this journey. Right. And I want you to say, I will be happy no matter what. Because if you're postponing your joy, this is how you postpone your joy, right? By postponing your joy, we say things like this: I'll be happy when my money gets right. Or we'll say, I'll be happy when, like, family reunions are better. Or, when I can get around my family and they act right. Or I'll be okay when my marriage change. Or I'll be okay when I lose 10, 15 pounds. I'll be happy when they apologize to me for what they did 10, 15 years ago. I'll be happy when I understand why it happened. That one I had to let go. I had to let go of it. I did. Because I don't care why it happened. It happened. Right. And then I'll be happy when the grief does not hurt anymore. It's always going to hurt. Again, 19 years on the other side of losing my daughter and granddaughter, 26 years after losing my dad. All of these things still hurt. But I choose joy. But what if joy is not waiting at the end of each one of these situations? What if you get all the things you want? What if you get all the things you want and joy is still not there? It's kind of like the money people, the millionaire people. They got money on top of money on top of money. It's just like how much money can one person have? Like that kind of thing. And then you continue to be like, okay, I need to do this. Okay, I need to do that. But when is enough enough? When are you just going to be like, okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. All right. They're not going to apologize. No problem. When are you just going to just let it go? Right? But what if joy is something you practice while you're trying to let it go? I mean, these are things I'm trying to tell y'all what I walked out. In order to create joy, this is what I've had to do. I've had to let go some people. I've had to let go some family members. I love them because they're family, but I can no longer continue to let them hurt me. Now, if you stay in a situation where you go to the family reunion and a family picnic, and Jim Bob gonna be there, and Jim Bob gonna be talking trash and cussing and all the things, and you still continue to want to sit at the table with Jim Bob, and then when Jim Bob could start joking and cracking jokes and hit you with the joke, and now you mad, you already know what he was gonna do. What you should do is don't put yourself in the situation. Look at these. These needs turning out yummy. Ernst. Oh my goodness, he gonna burn my boxes. I didn't want them boxes burned. Didn't I tell him that? Anyways, I'm choosing my joy. Let me stay over here and mind my business. Okay. Like, cause you may not control every situation. Point. But I get to choose my direction for me. And I'm gonna stay on over here and create your studio where I'm slapping paint on this paper. Cause at the end of the day, you get to choose to move forward healing instead of being bitter because he's getting ready to burn all of my things that I was going to put in my little flower bed things. And I said it, but I'm going to choose peace right now over chaos. Literally. See how see how I'm walking this thing out? Real time. Real time. I'm going to choose to not panic. I'm going to not choose the chaos. I'm just going to be like, okay, no worries. It's okay. It's okay. Real time. Real time. Okay. It's a manipulate. Yes, it's definitely manipulation. It was just hard to see it because it was my mom. So here's the other thing. Manipulation, I always say it's hard to see something because you're in the frame. You're in the picture. Most time people can see stuff outside because they're outside the picture frame. right? And then when you want to have a relationship, or you want to have a conversation, you're trying to have conversation with somebody that you're all in the frame together. And that's why people on the outside can tell you, be like, yeah, they're just manipulating you. And then you're like, no, well, it's not this. And then that's when we start giving all these excuses. I'm with you. I'm with you, Keeks. Keisha, I'm with you. Been there, done that. And still, I still do that. I still do it. But at least now I'm quickened. Be like, hey, 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 that's what that is. Let that go. I don't care what they say. Let them say it, and let them go on up the street saying it. Or don't let them come through the gate saying it. I mean, even right here, being married, in my marriage, me and Mr. McCoy have some conversation. I'd be like, yep, nope, we're not finna do that. Because people can see other people's junk. Let's say it this way. They can see other people's junk, but they can't see their own. You can't see the mote in your own eye, right? And that's why I usually like to have friends that be like, yo, Karen, you done stepped out of bound. I need you to get back in bound so we can play ball fair. And I'd be like, oh, you know what? My bad. I don't want the friends that be like, oh, no, call me out. That's why I said when I got the kiddos, when my kids start talking back to me and start having conversations, I feel like the relationships got better. Maybe they feel a type of way, but I think it made me be a better mother, knowing that maybe some things that I did, I thought I was doing out of my being a good mother, but I've realized now I was doing them out of some core values that wasn't mine. Remember, we talked about core values. Because core values, if it's not yours, you have to acknowledge the pain that you caused somebody else based on some things that you thought was right. No, it wasn't right. Just because my grandma goes to church every Sunday and couldn't let the doors open or close didn't mean that I necessarily had to, especially if I didn't believe what the pastor was talking about, or especially if I didn't believe in the fact of the sanctity of where some of the things in church was doing. I just didn't agree with it. Just like we're talking about people that's sleeping with such and such and such, and you telling me and telling some other people that they're gonna die and go to hell. Oh, I just don't understand that. That just didn't make sense to me, right? So now I don't worry about it no more. Pain is real, grief is real, betrayal is real, disappointment is real, right? And when you decide what your core value is, it's going to cause frustration in everybody in some other people's life. And that's real. But pain was never meant to become your permanent address. It was meant for you to have a mind of yourself. That's why I like to give y'all thought provoking questions so that you can be like, well, Karen said such and such. Nope, I want you to tell me what it means to you. All right, let me see what Saul says. I have a favorite song by for King and Country. It's called Joy. Every time I hear it, I get up and dance while choosing joy. I like that. I'm gonna have to look that one up. One of my songs is Lovely Day by Billy Withers. Yep, it's probably my top. Lovely Day, a lovely day. Is that what we're talking about, Zal? If it is, I ain't come on here to sing for y'all, but I think that was it. Oh, these tags are making me so happy. I feel like I need to make a bigger one. Um, but do we have? I don't think I have now. I don't think I have no cardstock. We're gonna be happy with what we got right here. This is gonna get us through. This is gonna get us through. It's gonna get us through. All right. And the blame game kind of keeps you stuck. So I had to personally let go of the blame game. The blame game is real easy because it gives us somewhere to place the pain, and it gives us, kind of a new target, and it takes the real, it takes it away from us. It gives us a reason. It gives us someone else to point the finger at. Like right now, it's easy for, hey, Bernadette, it's easy for our current, the person in the White House to blame everybody for everything. It's easy. The blame game kind of makes them feel better. And, it's like, oh, okay. But here's the truth: blame may explain where the wound came from, but it does not heal the wound. Now, right now, we know that the person in the White House, he has a thing for, he don't talk about no other presidents except for that one. And I just don't understand, nor do I care. But y'all know, I told y'all, I would love to have like about 5 hours with the man, because I just want to Be like, yo, what's the problem? I just would. I just would. Um, and I'm just that type of person. I just like to have conversations. Just like, well, what's going on in your head? And I like you to talk back. Sometimes it don't work. Sometimes people be like, I don't have nothing to say to it. Be like, you got to. You cannot just have an empty thought. But anyway, and causing this much chaos. Again, gas prices is high. That's me. I just spent $90. Jesus. So gas is high. But I'm not complaining. I'm just grateful that I can, go. I'm one of the people that can afford to put gas in my car. That's just me. Okay. But you can blame someone and still be broken. You unhappy, stuck. Because that's where a lot of people that do the blaming, just like it's not my fault, it's your fault. It's not my fault, it's their fault. It's not my fault. It's because who was the president last time. It's who was the president 50 years ago. It's not my fault. It was because of what happened 50 years, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40. I don't know, however many years, wherever people going back. You got some people that can't even celebrate where they are in life now because they're still mad at somebody for something they did 60 years ago. I'm like, really? That's what we're doing? Okay, cool. And I had to take my own advice, just like, hey, we're not going to be mad at people. But remember, we was talking about boundaries, y'all. We talked about boundaries. And one of the boundaries are taking personal responsibility for your stuff. And taking personal responsibility is not self-blame. That's very important. I want you to get that. When I say accept your own responsibility, I'm not saying blame yourself for everything that happened. Some things were not your fault. Some things were unfair to you. Some things you did not ask for, like you didn't, right? Some things hurt you deeply. I'm not saying like your mom was a jerk, right? But at the end of the day, taking personal responsibility says something like, I may not be responsible for what happened, but I am responsible for how I keep living now. I'm responsible for my attitude right now. I'm responsible for how I heal. I'm responsible for how I keep rehearsing what happened. And sometimes people need to fact check their memory, right? Because your memory might not be what somebody else's memory. If you got five people saying something and you're saying this one thing, you might need to fact check the memory, because sometimes we've told ourselves this story for so long we start believing it. Right? You are responsible for what you allow and what you keep controlling. And that means sometimes those boundaries that you set could be from a hurt or broken place. I'm responsible for whether I keep choosing chaos or start choosing peace. I've chose peace, right? And I'm not ashamed of it. I have power. I tell people, don't come through the gate if you come in with the BS.com. I don't want it. Because the moment you accept responsibility for your healing, you stop waiting for permission for the peace, the joy, and the happiness. You stop waiting on people to give it to you, and you have it for yourself, right? Does that make sense? Hey, Alec. You stop waiting on an apology. You don't care whether they apologize or not. You show up and you walk in the room and you just be like, oh, I'm the best thing that walked in this room today. And is. It doesn't matter. And somebody be like, oh, who she thinks she is? You don't know? I'm the best thing that God woke up this morning. That's how you got to show up. Because if you don't, people are going to they're still going to treat you like they used to, is all I'm saying. Hey, Lisa. How are you? You can't let people choose what's going to make you happy, what's going to give you joy, what's going to make you feel loved, or all the things. Because they're going to still show up and be the jerks that they are. That's all I want you to know. And until you put that boundary up and you put that fence up that says, oh, you know what? My bad. My bad. She don't play about that no more. Right? They know. Be like, oh, no, don't call Karen and ask her nothing. Nope. And then, like now, Mondays and Wednesdays, I am here live on YouTube with you guys. Whenever I choose to go live, if I choose to stay in my studio 24/7 and hit this live button, that's on me. Don't ask me why. It's because I'm choosing joy. That's what I choose to do. Right? Oh, this is so yummy. Now the problem is I got to wait on these to dry because That's what I was gonna do. We gonna stamp on them, but I just realized it's like I gotta stop adding to them. All right, let's stop. Let's stop. Let's stop. Let's stop. Just pause. Sure. Welcome back, Mariah. Welcome, welcome. But stop waiting on the apology because it may never come. Okay. Personal. I want you to have personal responsibility for your crap. I want you to love yourself enough today that you're just going to say, I'm not waiting on Billy Bob or Jenny Sue to apologize. That's them. I'm going to show up in my greatest joy skirt I can muster. I'm going to give myself grace today. I'm going to give myself joy today. I'm going to make a better choice today. Like all of these things. If you're still here, you're still breathing, you're still creating, you have to take personal responsibility for yourself. I'm going to stop feeding thoughts that keep me miserable. I'm going to stop scrolling on all of the platforms of this media because it's making me mad. That's me. I can't do it all. I'm going to stop using my past as an excuse to mistreat myself, right? Because some people are just, they need me to be needed, and I'm not doing it no more. Putting that fence up, literally. That is where joy begins to grow when you choose you first. It's not selfish, it is self care. Love on yourself while you're still trying to become that person. When you look in the mirror and you just like, girl, I know you can be better. Dude, you know you the bomb. Like Eddie was talking about all the food and stuff. I can't wait to see the pictures and stuff. And I feel like it's just like, oh, I feel like we need to just get to cooking some more, right? Love on yourself while you're becoming who you want to be. Hey, Carol Buckingham. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes let me tell you who is the hardest person to be hard on. Me. I'm my hardest. I'm my biggest critic. Hey, Vicky. Sometimes we're hard on ourselves because we think we should be further along by now, right? We say, I should be over this. I should know better. I don't even know why I let that trigger me. I don't even know why I'm angry. Like, why am I still grieving this right now? Like, we're grieving relationships, we're grieving deaths, we're grieving retirement, we're grieving missing somebody that you needed to get rid of in your life, and you're grieving them because I don't know. You thought you needed them, and now you're grieving the fact that you don't. Like you grieve that. But healing is a journey. Becoming that person who you see in the mirror that you want to be, that's a journey. It takes practice. And you have to have joy, and joy is a practice. Peace is a practice. Like to have peace, once you decide you want to have peace, ain't nothing gonna come in the way. You see, we did all the things right here. This is what peace looks like to me. It is chaos on every tag. These things are so daggum yummy. I'm not a clean crafter. It's just like well, I always say when I'm doing my gel print and be like, oh, that would be pretty if I let it dry. Ain't nobody got time for that. Everybody got time for that. Darcy let me. She released me. Just like, oh, we ain't gotta let it dry. Oh, boom, pull it up. Let's go. Right? But healing, it takes time. But it does not mean that you can't have grace and joy on this journey. Okay, love on yourself while you're becoming this person. That means speak to yourself with kindness. Y'all remember, because we got peace, we got joy. Oh, pulling out the big ones. These are the big ones because they come in mini and big. We got grace. That's grace. We got love. Is that four? Yep, four. So you need to give yourself some. You need to give yourself grace so that you can have joy, so you can love on yourself, and you can have peace. Because remember, the tag, the whole thing, this right here has all of them, all of these are in this one. Let's get the stamping. Let's get the stamping. Let's stamp it out. Let me stamp it out. Can I lift this up now? Hey, Darcy. Darcy. Listen, I had a spill. I did a Darcy. This we turned these tags. We used it. You be proud. All right, let's see if we can stamp this out. Let's move these over here. Now, somebody might say, if if you're on Team Replay, I don't think you're here live. If you're on Team Replay, you might be like, but you don't know what they did to me. And I'd be like, no, I don't. I only know what they did to me. And I always say the world took one of the greatest person that could have ever been in my life away from me October the 4th. They just, executed him point blank, middle of his apartment complex. I had to decide how I was gonna move forward from that. So when I'm talking about creating peace, giving yourself joy, get loving on yourself so that you can give yourself some grace so that you can have peace, I'm serious about it, right? When I say may the grace help you walk through every bright day of your life, it's because it's been some dark days. And I had to talk myself through the dark days so that I could see the bright days. Keep the joy flowing no matter what happens. You are worthy of it all. Because I've had people to tell me that I wasn't worthy of it. So I had to tell myself, I'm worthy of all of it and some. And if you don't feel like I am, that's fine, right? But you are worthy of it all. And at the end of it all, love you first so that you can have peace always. Because there's always going to be a jackbutt somewhere around the corner that want to make you feel like you're not worthy. They want to make you feel like everything that happened in their life was your fault. And that's just not the case, right? But what you have to do is you have to be strong enough. That's where you have to give yourself grace. And you have to love on you. And you have to be strong enough to say, no, yes, I might have done that then, but that's not who I am now. Love on yourself. Speak kind words to yourself. That means rest when you need rest. That means stop calling yourself weak because you have feelings. You say words like, you know what, today I am not feeling 100, but at least I'm 50 to 60%. Don't tell yourself that you're weak because you're not. Stop measuring your healing by someone else's timeline. Celebrate small progress, right? I told y'all I had to celebrate the fact that my YouTube, somebody basically was saying, well, you ain't making no money. It's like, oh, I thought you'd be making a lot of money. I'm making more than I was last year this time. I'm just saying. How much you making on yours? Right? That's why I went back with it. So at the end of it all, celebrate small. As a matter of fact, celebrate the tiniest, the minute things in your life. That'll help you enjoy the journey. Because then when you do something big, then you'll be like, oh, yeah. Like you get so, sometimes I get on here and I get to creating and playing with my stuff. And then I'll look at the chat and I'll see the chat, the Cookie Beat and put the link up there. I'll be like, oh, yeah, by the way, these are my designs. Because it's something that I created from pain. And someone else saw, hey, you can turn those into stamps. I'd be like, oh, really? That's what they say? Okay. And then now I have them physical, tangible in my hand. It's like, oh, so yes, celebrate. This is very, very big. This isn't small to me. This is a big thing, right? That you can go over and click on the link and you can have these. And then you can show me what you create. Because, I do what I do with them. But, and that this is the stamp. May the grace help you walk through everybody. And this is my handwriting, like my handwriting. So, and see how we put that on that tag? Now watch. Watch. I need these to dry though. I need these dry. And so marine was the color that you see mostly because I didn't tell y'all these colors, but marine was the one that spilled. And that was my favorite. I have two more bottles of it, but I had to use it. So it was okay that it spilled. Now I want you to also think about when I pull up this brown piece of paper, how yummy this is going to be. Because we're going to continue slapping paint on paper. This is literal slapping paint on paper. I wear aprons, paint splashes and spills, then I have an art apron. I have about 5 or 6 aprons, but let me see if I can get that shirt up there. That's what we got on that shirt right there. I think it's add character to my shirt. Now I don't wear nothing in the studio that I don't want to get paint on. And then the paint that went on the floor, that just adds character to the floor, so no worries. Yeah, it's okay. We don't worry about it. We won't worry about that. We don't worry about that. Okay, so we're gonna take this. Oh, it ripped. We're not gonna worry about that. We're gonna rip this up. Do, 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 do. Okay, so that's pretty much what I wanted to kind of in our talking conversation piece for today. Well, just to continue to remind you to give yourself some grace. Because after I talked on Monday about two Americas, I had to give myself grace. What I said was factual, actual and factual. And it was just what needed to be kind of put in the forefront of my mind to know that that's where we are and to be okay with it, right? But there are some people that does not really understand that there's there's some people that are struggling with what's going on in the world right now, and um, it makes my heart very, very sad. So I want you to love on yourself. If you have somebody in your life right now that's requiring too much of you, just tell them, Karen said, go somewhere and sit down. Leave you alone for a couple days. Okay? Just tell them to leave you alone for a couple days. That's just it. So if today you did not snap like you normally would on somebody, I want you to celebrate that too. Because sometimes we got that snap up. And y'all, again, current events, people stopping in the middle of the interstates, literally getting into it with people. The world is just in a state. And I just want you to love on yourself. I want you to love on yourself. I do. I do. I do. I do. I do. I laughed, Darcy. I need to spill some ink to cover up stains on my favorite. I think it's okay. I almost snapped there. Yes, listen, Eddie, you don't even know. I felt it. I felt it. I that thing went offline so fast. I said, boy, Eddie got off. So if he decide he want to say something, he will not have evidence. But I knew he was, and I'm happy that you didn't snap. So give yourself. We're gonna give everybody give Eddie a thumbs up, a heart, or whatever color you want to put it in. Because if you were on his live today, you know what we're talking about. I was just like, because I looked at the thing, I was like, wait, do I have another app open? And then I was like, oh wait, okay, yeah. I said Eddie's brother's just testing his patience. He really needs to stop and messing up our conversation. Things were just getting so daggum good and colorful and all of that. He just wanted to act or don't. But I felt it, Eddie. So I'm happy that you didn't, and you still haven't. But just know, every dog has his day. It does. I feel like it was something else that I was going to say on this live, say on my live from your live, and I didn't write it down. Y'all know life over 50. Gotta write it down. Gotta write it down. Let's see, is this dry enough? Yeah, we can slap some joy on there. Joy, joy, joy. Yep. There we go. Oh, let's do that one in yellow. Yellow, yellow, kiss a fellow. And so I'm going to emboss these, and this is embossing powder. I like embossing like this. That way I don't have to worry about getting it all perfect and pretty. I am liking the way these colors are coming together on my mat. That one's pretty. What else we got? I got a girl. Oh, and my stamp. So this is gonna be my where are we gonna put it? Where are we gonna put it, Karen? I don't know. We put it right there. Let's put it over there. All right, let's put that one's still wet. That one, yeah, I think it's dry enough. Let's kind of put a little bit on the top. And stamping these, there's no right or wrong way. I'm just popping them on because I'm gonna build these tags up. Let's put it on there. Yes, I like that. And I'm gonna put that one right there. And we're going to, I got a couple of more rub. So I'm going to rub, dub, dub. I only got one more because I didn't use them all. It's only two sheets. Ugh. But then we're going to take some words and embellish them with some words and things. All right, got that one. And got Eddie over here. We're going to step off on Eddie because we got some gel prints. Julie Parker. I honestly thought to myself, how would Karen handle it? Oh, that means a lot to me, Eddie. Just like, so stuff like that. Cause it's, this summer with my little people that I felt like, wanted to do stuff, or when I feel like people are doing things not maliciously, but for attention. Let's say it that way. Let's say attention. I tend to kind of, let me see how I can say this. Let me see how I can say this. I tend to kind of ignore them gracefully because I know you want my attention. So I'm going to ignore you gracefully. That's how I'll do it. And it doesn't make no sense, none whatsoever. It'd be like, stop acting like a child. So when the children do it, it's like, oh, isn't that cute? And I even tell them, hey, if you want me, just tell me you want me. Don't do stuff like, trying to get my attention. Just, tell me, hey, grandma, I need you or something. Don't do that, because that don't do nothing but aggravate me and make me mad. Kind of tick me off. And then I have to choose grace, class. Just saying. So I want to give you 5 takeaways to help you live a life full of joy. This comes straight from my journals. Y'all know most of the time I talk to you about it, I give you stuff out of what I'm walking out. I want you to stop waiting for perfect conditions. Like, I felt like this just was a segue to go right there, because what Eddie was saying, if you was over in his live today, you know what we're talking about. But we're not waiting on perfect conditions. Eddie shows up, Eddie goes live, and we don't worry about a lot of it. But I know that, sometimes that kind of aggravates people. Because when you decide to want to do a live, you want to show up for the people. You don't want the dogs barking, the sirens going, the nobody in the background to be hollering, yelling. You just want it to be, kind of you and your peeps, because that's the time you chose. So I get it, right? But for those that don't show up until conditions are perfect, I want you to stop waiting for perfect conditions. Life may never be perfect. Y'all know, if you know, and if you know, put in the chat. Put in the chat. When will I be perfect? Because life may never be perfect. People may never act exactly right. The situations, they may never change. And God knows people are not going to change overnight. Because listen, they've been that way for 35, 40 years. They're not going to get right just because you want them to get right, right? But don't wait for perfect conditions to breathe again in your life. Take a deep breath now. Really. Don't wait for people to love you. Love yourself. That's right, Zal. When I'm dead. Is Carla here? Carla made it. Carla says, yeah. Yeah, here she go. I just picked up Miss Lillian, went to Dollar Tree. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, German chocolate cake. Ooh, yes. And number 2, tell the truth without living in the womb. Tell the truth without living in the womb. Now you're like, what the heck? What that mean? Tell the truth about what happened. Don't deny it. Don't minimize it. Don't pretend it did not hurt. Don't pretend it didn't happen. Don't pretend that you didn't play a part in some of it, right? If it made you sad, if it made you smile, whatever, just tell the truth without living there in it, right? When you tell the truth, you're choosing healing. Okay, number 3, replace blame with responsibility. Why? I want you to take responsibility for what you do. If you did something, you cuss somebody out, you hurt their feelings, just be like, you know what, I did that. Don't be like, I did that, but you did. No, just be like, yes, I did that and did. Because if you say something, if you say something like this, well, you know, I did that, but you said such and such and such, then there's no need to apologize. Because you're not accepting the blame. Accept the blame, move on, keep going. Just be like, my bad, I did, and keep moving. Don't turn the whole thing into a theatrics. It's not needed. Because blame, just practice it. Say, you know what, my bad, I did it. Walk away. Sometimes people don't want to do it. They want to just, well, I wouldn't have did that if he wouldn't have did this, or I wouldn't have did that if she wouldn't have did that. I'm telling you, I just had to let that go. You know what? Now, what I want you to do is set them boundaries though, because what they won't do it or say it again without you addressing it head on. And number four, I want you to love yourself in the middle of the process. I had to love myself after losing my children. I had to. I had to figure out what was life going to be like for me after this. I didn't know what this was. So I had to identify what this was, right? I had to tell myself I'm not going to wait until I'm fully healed to kind of be kind to myself, right? I had to learn how to love myself while learning how to love myself, while correcting myself, while growing through some pain. I was allowed to be a work in progress. I was allowed to say I'm not okay, and I'm not. I had to tell myself it's okay to not be okay, because the world was trying to make me feel bad, especially the church folk. Like, oh, trust in the Lord with all thine heart. And it's like, I did trust in the heart. I still trust in the Lord with all my heart. My child is still gone. So go somewhere with that. I want to talk to church folk. And I still want to talk to church folk. Just like the person that said, well, where was Jesus when your son died? I said the same place he was when his son died. It was no difference. I said the difference was he sent his son to die for the sins of the world. He ain't sent my son to die for the sins of the world. So at the end of the day, you still over here acting like a butt. I- I'm gonna give myself grace and I'm gonna walk away from you. It's kind of like how that conversation would go, you know. So choose joy as a daily discipline. Joy is not just a feeling. I had to learn that joy is a discipline. Joy is choosing not to feed all the negative thoughts. I do feed some of them, right? Joy is choosing not to argue with everybody. Like Eddie practiced that today. He didn't argue, he didn't get into it, and then be like, dude, shut up. Don't you see I'm live? He didn't do all of that. Chose to just be like, all right, y'all, see y'all later. Bye. Joy is choosing not to let social media decide your mood, right? Get up in the morning and say, you know what? I am the best thing that God woke up this morning. I'm going to have a great and fabulous day. And then you click on social media and it just trying to change your phone and be like, nope, I'm going to have a great and fabulous day. I'm going to give myself grace. I'm going to walk through this bright day. It's going to be a lovely day. It's awesome. You go pump gas and you get upset and you be like, nope, today is still a great day. Lord, thank you for having the money to pump this gas. You go to the grocery store, the groceries high. You, Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for the money to pump this gas. Thank you for the job. Thank you for this husband, whatever. Joy is a daily discipline. Joy is choosing to create, breathe, pray, rest, laugh, live through. Joy is not always easy, but I'm telling you, it's worth protecting. Okay? Let's see. This one. Oh, ooh, ooh, that's hot. That's hot. Just a little bit. Gotta hit it. Hit it. Look at that. Ah, that's pretty. All right, we got that one. Okay, I want this tag. Let's cut Mona Lisa out. Mona Lisa, let's cut her, let's kind of cut her right there. Cut a little bit of that. How big is my tag? I don't want to be too big. There we go. Boom. See you later, Saul. We gotta go back. We put off building our retirement home while caring for family. Now we are having a time finding land where we want it. The someday we have waited for may never come. Lisa, yes, it will. I believe it will. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to speak it into existence. The land just going to pop up. Vicky says I got to get ready for going to get it. Okay. Oh, hope your blood draw work comes out. We had to go to cardiologist today. His husband had surgery Monday too. Ooh. Oh, I'm putting him on my prayer list, Lisa. Yes. Gonna do that. All right, where else gonna put that? We're gonna put this on here. Take this off of here. These are my new rub-ons by Dina Wakley. That's why today's live, I felt like I was gonna combine two of the things that were on my desk, which was my stamps that you can get over at PM Artist Studio and Dina Wakley's, all of my inks and things. Is that supposed to come on? I think it is. So, and my granddaughter went to she did not Mod Podge, she did a decoupage, the flower pot. One she decoupaged and the other one she painted. And she wanted to spray. I said, oh, none of them sprays spray. I said, you know what? As a matter of fact, bring them over here and put them on my desk. This was yesterday. I said, I'm just gonna use them and play with them, pour them out the bottle and make a mess. And that's what I did. And that's so I said, ain't no sense in taking them off my desk. Oh, look at that. You just look at that. Oh, that's cute. That's cute, cute. I'm just saying, it's cute, cute. And heels. And we got some of this over here on the build this up. Let's build it up. Nope. There a little bit. Maybe, maybe. I don't like that color. Let's see. Oh, I got some of this. Ooh, it squirted out. All right, where's my brush? Can y'all hear my dog snoring? Y'all probably can't because y'all can't hear my what you call them. There we go. And that's another thing. Like when I started out following Dina Wakley years ago, she is also let me embrace my messiness because trying to heal on my grieving journey was hard trying to keep things pretty. um my life was no longer pretty anymore. It was full of chaos, and I needed to kind of navigate what that looked like and how that was going to play a part in my journey. And so, when she would sit up there and show her desk, look, my scissors are clean compared to Dina. When I went to hang out with her in Tampa one year, oh my gosh, she has paint everywhere, all over the scissors, all everywhere. And I was just like, I can't get my scissors. But most of the time, I'll take my scissors, I put them back in the thing, and I move them out of the way. So they will never be full of paint because I move them. But that was another one of those you don't have to make it all beautiful. Just slap the paint down. Just slap the paint down. So that's how I started slapping paint on paper. Just like what you doing, slap paint on paper. Just making it what I wanted it to be. And at the end it started making me feel like, oh yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now. And then by the time I finished with it, it was something beautiful. Hey, Paula K. Paula K, look, let me show you something. I'm gonna put this brush down. Where is that? What did I do with me? This is me. This is me in Barbados. That's the my hotel, or maybe my villa. I don't know, but that's me sitting in there. I said, "Oh, Paula would enjoy that." I just printed them off today, so I thought that was so cute. Gotta have my coffee. I gotta have my laptop because I gotta work. Because we gotta work. As long as I have my laptop, I can work. So it doesn't matter. I don't have a job to go to, but I do gotta have, gotta show up for work. Gotta have my laptop. That. Okay, so that was the like I was saying, is I want you to give yourself grace no matter what's going on in your life. Okay. And talking to my son right now, he's in a situation right now where he needed a little bit of a little bit of motivation. And I feel like as the mother, I try not to and give my today's grown kids motivation. I feel like because, they're in a situation now that they're grown. But if they come and they ask, well, this is making me feel like this, and be like, no, I'm not going to let you beat yourself up. You're going to give yourself credit because you're not where you used to be, right? You're in a good place. And I don't care what's going on in the world today, you are worthy of showing up and being the best version of you that you can be. Okay. So you're allowed, you personally, in the chat, I want you to put in the chat, I am allowed to have grace. I'm allowed to give myself grace, however you want to put it. Because as we continue down this road of healing, I want you to enjoy the journey. Look, this right here, just sitting here, is that going to be too long? That's going to be too long. No, it won't. Let's put it right there sideways. We can put it on there because it popped off or something else. Let's put that on there. Enjoy the journey. You are allowed, that's right, you are allowed to give yourself grace, right? Not because everything has been easy, not because nothing hurt you, not because you even have all the answers, not because the situation is fair, was fair, might be fair. You're allowed to be happy because your life still has value. You're allowed to be joyful because your heart still deserves care. You still got to take care of yourself. And listen, if I was allowed to laugh again after my grief, or after my son passed away in such a tragic way, that disappointment and that pain, it did not get to own every orifices of my soul, like my heart, every tube or everything that goes through my body. It didn't get to own every part of my heart. You know why? Because I'm allowed to live, because God still has breath in my body. And that means I still have purpose for today. And then I'm going to wake up and say the same thing for tomorrow. But today, stop handing your joy over to people who do not know what to do with it. And stop requesting them to fulfill your joy or fulfill your life when they don't even deserve to have you in their life. This is what I want you to do. Listen, sometimes you got some people, don't call them. Remove yourself for maybe a week or two. See if they call you. Okay. Or the people that you've been showing up for. You're always going to the cookout. Don't go. See if they miss you. Because I want you to concentrate on you. I really want you to concentrate on you. I want you to acknowledge, that whatever has happened in your life, it happened. We have to tell the truth about it, right? But do not forget to live. After you own your stuff, set some boundaries. Boundaries are needed with people. Marriages need boundaries. Children, you need boundaries with your children. You need boundaries with coworkers. You need boundaries. Even in your art, we need boundaries, right? Oh, shouldn't have put that there, but it's okay. We're not going to worry about it. But I like that. Okay. I need to do something with this right here because it's very much so beautiful. So let me take this. Let me take my book. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. This is how you do it. See you later, Zal. I might be here, might not. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? You know me. I don't never know until I know. Oh, wait, hold on. That's the wrong thing. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some gel on it. Where's my brush? Where's my brush? Oh, and trust me, all the stuff I'm talking about, it works twofold. Works twofold. Because somebody else might feel the same. They might feel the way they feel about you. That was the other thing I had to hone in on. It's like, oh, other people are grieving too. They're going through some stuff. So, I need to give them grace or not. Maybe we just need to just respect each other's boundaries. Or maybe I need to put my boundaries up and let them know that they need boundaries. I don't know. Slap it down. It's gonna be a background. Oh, that is so pretty. It's gonna pop out. Slap that paint on that paper. Doesn't matter. We're not trying to look, we are creating a masterpiece even in the mess. All right, and then when this dry, of course, I'm gonna stamp some joy, some love, some flowers around it. Ooh, yes, that is yum, yum, yummy. And I think the paper is more yummy, right? Okay, we got it. Are we clear? Or is everybody, hey, Ann Webb, I didn't see you there. Is everybody crystal clear that we're loving on yourself? You're giving yourself grace. You're taking responsibility for your healing. It is not somebody else's responsibility to give you joy or to give you grace. It's your responsibility. Hi, Kelly Hawkins. How are you? Welcome to Create Joy Studio, where we heal one brushstroke at a time. And at this point, we just happen to be stroking. And yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, let's see if we can. Oh, we can maybe. Well, I want maybe this will go somewhere else. I don't. Hold on, hold on. Not gonna worry about it. We're gonna keep slapping this paint on here so we can feel this all that paint on this page. Now let's let this dry. Right, that dry. Let's see what's dry over here now because we're gonna build these tags up. We're gonna put some minis because we have joy, grace, love, and peace in minis too. For you card makers, mm-hmm. It was done with by design for you. Y'all can tell PM Artist Studio thank you. Tell Mariah thank you. Because when it came, I was just like, oh, got little ones too. Size matters, guys. Size matters. Kelly is a IRL friend. Oh, thank you, Darcy. And hello, Kelly. It's nice to meet you. I like our RL friends. I wish I could really meet. I really wish I could meet all you guys in person. I really do. I was at the post office this morning, sending off packages, and he was asking me a couple of questions, and I can't say what I want, what it was, because somebody's in chat right now, and I don't want them to know. Um, anyways, I said, no, we need to not worry about that. Oh God, I used all of them. I did. Oh, frickin' G, frickin' second sis. Let's see. Do I have something else? Maybe. I don't have any more. I was gonna put that on a tag, but I don't have any more tags. We cleaned them all up. Let's see what's in here. All right. Put it on there. Let's put it on there. But see, I told y'all my desk was a mess. Desk is a mess. Let's put it on here. It done dried. And hands are good. That was another thing, Eddie, on your live. I was like, oh, look at those hands. My hands done got all that paint on them. That's when you know a fun time was had, and whatever happens was supposed to happen. Them hands was blue. So if you're trying to stay clean, don't spill no paint. There we go. We like that. Cool. So let's put that bottle up. Let's put that bottle right there. It's screaming, put me on, coach, put me on. Slap that down there. Now, some people ask me, Karen, how do you show up after all of you've been through? This is how I show up. If I can't craft and create and really normally, let me tell you, so normally I would be not this mess. I call this a crafty mess. Wouldn't be, I wouldn't do this like kind of art on live. Y'all know I'm usually either gel printing or watercoloring. It's never this chaotic. But sometimes when you want to choose joy, and in my private moments, I'm usually doing all of this off camera. And I'm usually talking to myself, having some very explicit conversations about how pissed off I am about, whatever, 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 right? Um, but this is how you really, really get to create joy for yourself, is be in a situation where you're going to become better, not bitter. The end result is to be a better person after you finish with your mess. It's not that you're going to go off on somebody. It's just that you do this so that you can find joy on the journey. Let's see, will this go right there? Will that show up? Let's see. Let's see. I think I can't put one without putting the other one. I don't like putting one flower down and don't put the other one down. They go together. You should have both. So we won't use that. Oh, let's put it on here. There we go. We're gonna find somewhere for it to go. And I think somebody had asked in PMRD Studios live about um the tissue paper, or not tissue paper, exam paper, because this is exam paper right here, and how it kind of went down. I remember, think if I remember correctly, somebody had asked, does it dissolve? I was sitting up there and I was like, I think it does a little bit, but you're still gonna see the tissue paper. If you think it's gonna be gone, then no. But this is a good example of that. But it still shows up a little bit. But I think it went away pretty good. Both of these are tissue paper. I like the way that went in there. Uh, uh, uh. Oh, let's get some water. I'm loving the beautiful messiness. Oh, well, thank you guys. Thank you, because you know that was also something that I had to let go on my healing journey too. Was the trying to be perfect and trying to show up and be the perfect church girl, or trying to show up to be the perfect whatever. And now I'm just like, child, please, you get what you get. And you better be happy you're getting me at all. Because sometimes I just don't want to be showing up at all. That's just like July. July, I'll be over here in the studio. Y'all will be here because we'll be live every day. I'll be live every day in July because it's what? World Watercolor Month. And I will be here, but I'm not going to be entertaining. I'll have company. We'll start off because Crystal and Bernadette are coming to hang out. That's not the same. Talking about people that don't want to art and things. I only want to hang around people that don't want art. They want to sit up and talk about people or go do something crazy. I don't want to do that. Get somebody else to do it. As a matter of fact, don't get nobody else to do it. Just don't do it. But this right here, y'all, makes me happy. But look at that. So it did. And this right here is my this exam paper. And so it kind of disappeared. But I did put water on it though. I did. I put water, and this is the matte gel. So I like the way that kind of that showed up on that piece of paper. All right. See, that didn't go to waste. Now we got some more. And this is another way for y'all to get rid of what do you call it? Get rid of your scraps. It's another way. And we're gonna get, where is the other thing I don't like? Can't find nothing. But it's okay. Gonna get a little bit of joy and put it right there. We're gonna get a lot of love. Put it right there. We're gonna get us some peace because everybody needs peace. Put it right there. And we're gonna give ourselves, let's put some of that over there because we still got some. And grace. Where's grace? And grace. We're gonna give ourselves grace. So we got a lot of stuff going on in our lives. Give yourself grace. There we go. Let's put it right there. All right. And y'all know what I'm going to do. You know what I'm going to do? What color? Pink. That's purple. Let's do purple. Gotta emboss it. Gotta emboss it. I love embossing, making it shiny. That's where I think you add you know how people like glitter? I think I like embossing like people like glitter. Oh, there we go. Pop that off. I think you should just put you some embossing on there. Same way you want to put glitter on there. Just put you some embossing powder on there. The other day though, sliced my finger when I was looking through my dye storage container for something I thought I had. That mess. I can't do without. You cut your finger, Julie? Ah, ouch. Right? Ouch. Oh no, no, no. We got a little bit right there, but we're not gonna worry about it. We're just gonna go and hit it with the heat tool. Oh, and for my members, if you are one of my members, we will be meeting Sunday for our live Zoom. This Sunday. And there's a post over in the community with all the links. It's already been created. Paula K, I'll have to send it to you. Or I don't know. I can't remember if I did or did, but I'll send it. And if you're not a member and you would like to come and hang out with us, just time. Just hit that join button, choose what level you want to be, and you get to hang out with us on Zoom. Have live Zoom session. And yes, my people show up and we be on camera for each other. I was like, maybe people wouldn't want to show up, but we do. We show up. Happy about it. Show up in great numbers too. We have fun. We learn things. Yes, Allie K. Sunday, Sunday. So it's over in the community. The link is already over there created. Skip this up as much as I can and put it back. Where the purple go? Right there. And at this point in time, now that I've been on, because I try to tell you if you're not subscribed to the channel, in the beginning, hold on. Don't worry about rushing. I want you to date and hang out with me for a little bit. Now, if you're still here with me and you've been here for the whole time and you have not hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button, that bell notification all, because Lord knows you like giving yourself grace and you want to take responsibility for your healing. You're choosing joy in small ways and you've enjoyed your time. But you forgot to hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button and that bell notification all so that you can come hang out with us. Because I'm here every Monday and Wednesday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And you know, that way I want you to choose. Remember, we're choosing joy anyway, no matter the situation. Okay? No matter the situation. Because why? We might say that I am angry or I am hurt. I am frustrated. I might be a little disrespected, right? I'm overwhelmed. I'm disappointed because I expect it to be something different at this point in time in our life. We might be all those things. But remember, we're talking about emotional intelligence, your core value. That's the ability to slow down and tell yourself the truth before you respond to everybody else's words on you. I like that. That's very much so beautiful. All right, so let's put this one. This I feel like could still be a background. I feel like I can still add to it. What y'all think? You think we can still add to this? Let's see. What do I have? What do I have? Because these we got to continue on, and she's finished. I'm not adding anything else to her. I like her. That rub on did good. And then I like this one. So these two with the rub-ons. Enjoy the journey. This one is definitely done, so we like that. So we're gonna put the finished ones over there. Um, oh, I did send it to you. Okay, Paula. Cool, cool, cool. Sorry, I'm going to miss going to and that's okay. Listen, and the thing I need to start doing and remember is hit record. So that way at least I can put up the replay and whatever we do, um, you can learn or you still have access to it. So I'll try to do that. So one of you, Ali or Paula K, remind me to when we start creating or whatever we're talking that to hit the live, I mean to hit record, because I forget to hit record and before I know it, we be done. Um let's put some words on here. Oh wait, no, I know what I want. I know what I want. Hold on. Uh-oh, sorry, Sheila Grace. I'm sorry. Sorry, sit back down. My bad. A circle, please. Let's see. This was inspired by Eddie. We're gonna cut these out. Hi, Carmilla, which is oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Trying to remember. Oh, weird. My live chat was lagging. Um, Julie Parker, I think mine was too, because the one that I'm watching on, it all of a sudden went do 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 real fast. Keep that one. Mm, oh well, we're not gonna worry about it. We'll use that for something else. Okay, we're gonna use these circles. This is what made me think of maybe doing this. Maybe no, no, no. This is why I'm normally I'm looking at a movie or something because the time that it takes me to finally put stuff together in cluster form or whatever, I'd be like, oh, nobody want to watch me do all of that. But maybe y'all might want to. If you do, if you're here, ooh, that's pretty. Then I'll cover up my joy. See, and then I'll overthink it because I'll be covering stuff up. Then I'll be like, we'll leave it alone. And then I'll send it out. And if somebody else want to make something out of it, then they can. Because I don't feel like I want to cover it up. It's just pretty already. But hold it. Think we can put a girl on it. Yeah, see, Julie, that's what I was saying. You're gonna cover it up, but I am gonna cover a little bit of it up. I am. Yes, I am. And you, it's okay, it's okay. It's all a part of it. It's all a part of it. Because it was meant to be a background anyway. There we go. Right there. We got some joy, some love, some grace. That boom. Got it. Where's my little stapler? Hold on. Do we want something? Oh, I want something else right there, but we'll do it. Let's see. Like a number. I feel like a number or something needs to go there. There we go. Ask and you shall receive. Which one? That one, that one. Let's do that one. Boom. See, we added to it. It would have been a struggle. Like I would normally leave it blank. Then I don't want you to see my staple. So then I pull these. That's what I have these for. To kind of cover that up. And adding some more beautifulness. Look at there. Look at there, y'all. Look at that. So the other one that I have, there it is. Sorry, Sienna Grace. Excuse me, excuse me. Is that not beautiful? And this is a bag. So this is actually a bag. Tara taught me how to make bags. So then this one too, we got this was on the gel plate. And I think those were flowers. Those were, oh, those flowers up under there. And then I stamped on top of them. I can't remember the flowers right now. Can't remember. It's over there. It's in the bath too. Then there's this one created. It's a bag. And I stamped all over this. See, put my flowers in my stamp, keeping it through all of the turns to backgrounds. This is a day when me and Paula was hanging out, put her on the bag and collect beautiful moments. That's what I'm saying about your grace, giving yourself grace, acknowledging that you need time to yourself, right? So, and then I stamped on this one. This is with the same stamp right here. That's why I said you can stamp on it in your journal, you can stamp on it, use it as a background, right? And then there's the all over. So when whoever gets this right here, they can see, you know, it's over there. Now we put this one. Every day is a second chance. Every day. Because let's be honest, some of us are not unhappy because of the situation that happened yesterday, but we get upset and beat ourselves up because of what happened yesterday. But every day is a second chance, right? So don't be unhappy because of the story, you know, some people keep telling you about and all the things. Don't worry about it. Just be like, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Right? Nothing ever works out as people want them. Don't worry about it. But remember, your piece is important. So every day is a second chance. Now, this girl right here, she fabulous. This is a bag too. And the bag is made out of regular craft paper, like what I have on the desk. That's what these bags are made of. So when I finish with this craft paper, it might turn into something like this. Because that's what this was made out of. Paper, just like that. Everything turns into art. There's this one. Love is the only flower that grows and blossoms without the aid of the seasons. Flowers just bloom. They know when they're supposed to bloom. They don't bloom in the wintertime. This one I made out of a little, like you can put this in a journal, right? You can stick it in a journal or stick it over something. I don't know, but that's that one. So that's also some other things that I used my stamps to create. Was I had a bag making day, which was inspired by Tara. She had a over on her channel. She was doing something great. Now, check this out. If y'all are here and you have not went over and follow, I have a channel so linked in the description. I mean, in the chat that's linked, pin. That's what I'm trying to say. Go if you haven't, and if you have, thank you for subscribing to the Young C Becoming Young CEO. Her channel is growing, and I'm just so happy to have my little input to help her to grow, so that she can reach the minds of young people. Because who says that young people can't be thinking about becoming an entrepreneur now, right? Our future is in the hands of the kids that are being born now. I mean, not being born that are living. Well, yeah, being born now, but that are living today, 8, 9 years old. We want them to know that just because what's going on now and their parents are upset and going off and they can change it. We want them to know that they have the ability to change something. You can. We do. We all have the ability to change. We even have the ability to change our attitudes, right? All right, let's move these. And when I send out Happy Mail, I try to send out these little bags so people can have bags so you can put in a journal or whatever. Um, it's just some fun stuff, right? Just something else you can do. Tags. These are going to go maybe on some Happy Mail and some gifts. I'll leave the back probably for them, some whoever receives them. Who knows? Who knows? All right. I love this bag. This is just so pretty. It's got stamps, so I stenciled on it, got stencil work on it. Can't tell you which one it was. Oh, that one right there was by P. That's the flowery stamp, the special one. That was one. I think I have, and then up under there, don't know. But I like the way it turned out. Thank you, thank you. Cherry blossoms. Yes, that's what it was. Cherry blossoms. Ah, boom. Take a peek. See? Or this one, check this out. This one could go in this bag. Lady in a bag. See? I don't know. All right, let's put those over there where I'll have them. And I'm going to cut this. Oh, I want that one. Oh, this one has stencils on it too. Here's this one too. But I want this to go here. See, here. Maybe go there. I like her right there. Kind of peekabooing through there, but the hole ain't big enough. I don't know. Don't know. We're not gonna worry about it. We just drop stuff on the desk. Darcy also taught me that. Yeah, just put it down and just pick it up later. It'll inspire you when it gets somewhere. That maybe if this isn't doesn't look like a keyhole. There. Nope, don't like that. Nope, don't like that. Let's take that girl. Oh, let's do that. So this has words. We're gonna cut them all out. Not really worry about what it says. Nonsense. There we go. Cut that out a little bit. Not perfect. Who's trying to be perfect? Not us. It ain't. These are Dina Wakley's words. I have these. I have these in my stash. I have some that I got from PMR Studio. Uh, Carrie's, I think, words or some words or something like that. Got over there. I like words. Let's go in a little bit more. Sorry, not sorry. I want her to fit on here. That design. No, right there. Boo, doo, 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 doo. Are y'all having fun? Are everybody having fun? I hope I'm giving you joy because that's what I'm supposed to be doing right now. That's the only reason I said I was going to hang on here and do this because I want to show you, not only talk about it, I want to show you how you have to walk this thing out. Sometimes you got to walk it out and be like, you know what? Such and such and such happened. That pissed me off. But you know what? All right, let's vent about it for about 10 minutes. Slap this paint and this glue down. Then we're gonna let it go, okay? That's a conversation I literally have with myself. They upset you, Karen? Yeah, they did. I did not like what they said. Right. What can we do about it? I don't know. All right, then don't worry about it. Let it go. Okay. That's literally a conversation I have with myself. Let's put this on here. See, it's never wasted. That's what Darcy says. You'll pick it up later. Pick it up later. Pick up. Pick up on aisle 2. Put some glue down there. I don't have no glue left. This is my matte gel. My granddaughter used all my glue. So I am matte gelling it, which is fine with me. I like matte gel. I like that. All right, hold on. Now we're going to go back. Where's that circle? Put that circle. God, why that circle got so big? Let's make it a little smaller. Doesn't have to be perfect. There. Boom. Build it up. Build it up. Okay. Let that dry. I'll let that one dry because we're going to stamp on top of that. Hold on. Got to put some glue under there. Oh, I meant to show Mariah my book. I did me a thing with my watercolor things, like I said. I got it near me. All the dogs are waking up. Sienna Grace, don't you bother that dog's bone. Do not want puppies in here fighting. Sienna Grace, leave the dog alone. Y'all heard that? All right, there's that. All right, we're going to take some of these words. Maybe. No, that girl. All right, got that one's doing good. Put those girls over there. This one's doing good. Can build that up a little bit. Okay. Like this circle. I like that side. Choose that over here. There we go. Oh, let's do this. That. Oh, yes. There we go. See, things come together. It kind of come together. It's not a whole bunch. Take some of this off. And I want the rough edges. It doesn't need to be smooth. Just rip it. Just rip it. Rip it. You seen the movie, you know. You didn't, you don't know. There we go. And this is Eddie's stencil. As a matter of fact, this is, I think it's Mayhem. One of the, you got two designs. I am liking the way this paper is kind of disappearing into the paper. I don't know if it's because of what I'm using it on, but I like that. I do. I like that. Baked spaghetti. I'm gonna cook a steak. A steak, a baked potato. Steak, baked potato, salad, and then I have some collard greens. I made a little crock pot of collard greens, 15 bean soup, and I cut up some pork shoulder, not pork, beef shoulders. You know that part of the that's usually pretty tough, and put it in a crock pot. Put it all together. So it's gonna be dinner for me. All right, that's that. So now you see how we're just building. This is how you literally create your own joy. Does it work out for everybody like this? Maybe not. Are you trying to do what everybody else is doing? No. So I challenge you to grab your one, two, three of your favorite designers, or, your stencils or whatever, and start creating. I mean, for me, it was easy to grab my PMR Studio designs. Why? Because they mine. And did. But my way of choosing some of my fellow designers was to use some of the things that I've already created on. Like we got this one that was done with Eddie, and the other ones I showed you with um all the who else was on there? Oh, Cherry Blossom. We had Cherry Blossom, and we had Paula. And who else was on? I think that was it. I had a bird. The bird, and I think the bird is Darcy's. Darcy, is that your bird? I feel like I had a bird. We all know that I use these. Oh, let's put that right there. See how that came up? Let's put that up there. So that way, I want you to create your own joy. I want you to change your attitude. Because remember, I've told you guys in the past, I was known as being, they would tell me what I was, and it'd be like, that's not what I am. I'm not in a bad mood. So don't let people speak into your life. Speak into your own life. Tell you who you are, right? No birds. Okay, wasn't a bird. Maybe. Was it a bird? Maybe it wasn't a bird. Let me think about it. Turtle. Turtles. No, yeah, it wasn't a bird, it was a turtle. And the turtle is by Fran. The leaves are by Darcy. These are Darcy's leaves right here, which y'all know. Y'all seen these all the times. They just go together. I think me and Darcy go together with those leaves and those flowers. It's gonna make a mess, Karen. It's okay. It's gonna be a pretty mess. And it is. We're not gonna even worry about it. Are we stressing over it? Nope. It changes up the whole perspective of how we look at things. Let's see. Let's see what kind of mess I'm gonna make. And then I have another one. Y'all could have seen all of the other stuff I did. That's why my Spencers are had to take a bath because they pop dots can't pop. They can't pop no more. Like holes were full of paint. So I had to put pop dots in the bath and squiggles and squares and squared up. I hadn't used squared up in a while because squared up was just like I'm tired of squaring up. The hummingbird, okay, it is a bird. Okay, the hummingbird, that's what it is. Okay, thank you, Eddie. Listen, where that bird at? This one, yes, that's it. Thank you. Okay, see, that didn't turn out bad. I thought it was not going to be good because that glue was still, but it didn't turn out bad. So we still can use that for a background, or yeah, we could use it for a background. But yeah, oh, let's put the bird there. Why not? Let's put that bird there. We just want to emboss them. That's all. But yes, the hummingbird is the bird. Bird's the word. The bird. There we go. Perfecto. Look at that. Don't tell me you can't create your own joy. You can't listen. Let everybody else burn out. You try to tell them, hey, go slap some paint on some paper. I promise you, you'll feel better. They'd be like, I don't nobody play with no paint. I got time to be playing with no paint. Just let them alone. Just leave them alone. Leave them to their own stuff. We don't care. We don't try to change people. We just invite people over here to Create Joy Studio to have fun. If they don't want to have fun, no worries. All right, I need to see. It's about as good as that's gonna get. Let's see if I can pull this off. It's gonna be pretty. I'm pulling off the gel plate over here. It can't. There's no room. It's my 12 by 12. Finally cleaned off my 16 by 30. Royal had that one all dirtied up with all that big stuff I was doing with my oxides. Got me thinking I can do big things. And y'all know what? I did. Coming off. It's coming off. Hold on. I'm coming. I'm coming. You can put it in the chat. I can. Oh, Lord. All right. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Now, let's move this over because we're going to stamp away. Going to stamp all over this. Let's do it this way. Okay. I'm sorry. Let me let you see it first. Is that not beautiful? Eddie, this was inspired by you. I did when you were doing the stuff on the plate. Only difference is I didn't stamp at the time, but I put 2 or 3 stencils on here. I think it was, but now we're gonna put some stampings on here. See, we put that bird, stamped it off right there. Now I'm gonna cut it up. Then I'm gonna cut it up. Cut it up, cut it up, cut it up. Turned out pretty doggone good. And oh, and today, if you wasn't here for the beginning of the live, I put the blue color on here because I was inspired over there at Eddie with all that blue he had going on. And so I did ultramarine was the pool color on this. We had orange dots and all the things, but now we're gonna stamp on it. Gonna stamp and emboss. Doesn't matter what color I stamp because the embossing color is what matters. There, there. I stamped over that bird, but it's okay. We're just gonna stamp all of it off so we don't have any more. See, because stamps, the phone stamps, they keep on giving. I'll do some peace. Might go a little fast because I don't want stuff to dry. That's the good thing of why I use the Versaclear because it doesn't dry fast. But you wait too long and it will dry. That's my other flower. Now this is the one where I was thinking about doing my design and Dina's design together. It started with let's put that right there. Right there. And because she had a stamp, I like the girl stamp. So we're gonna take this girl. Where's my thingy? All right, y'all. I gotta get moving. I'll take a picture of my desk because it is very much so yummy right now. Darcy, you would be very proud of me right now. Just creating and keep it going. For me to still be live with this desk like it is. So I'm gonna put there. There we go. Look at her. Her right there. So the flower is her head. Now I need white. Let's get her down. Get her down. Hopefully it's not dry. Hopefully. Y'all cross your fingers. Hopefully. It still looks shiny. There we go. There we go. This is what we call having fun. Create joy. So if somebody ever asks you, you know that girl Karen over there, but she be on that YouTube channel? How she keep her joy? Be like, God, have you ever seen her like create? She just be slapping paint on paper or slapping paint on that gel plate. Like she don't even be caring. She's like, what goes up? What? Like she threw all that paint up in the air and it comes down and she creates something beautiful. Because that's what life does, isn't it? Life just throws you a whole bunch of stuff, and you gotta just figure out what you're gonna do. Like you wake up one day and life is great, and then you wake up the next day and you get a phone call that somebody's died. And then you gotta figure out, oh Lord, how am I gonna do? What am I gonna do after this? All right, let's hit this heating gun, and we're gonna see how this shows up. Hopefully, I didn't make a mistake by choosing white instead of yellow. Hold on, let me get this off my mat. We got new emojis going on. I know something I need to learn. Oh, yes. Look at that. Would you just look at that? Oh, and the paper, this is still the exam paper. I am liking how the white picking up on the surface. That's very interesting because that paint had been dry forever. Okay, that bird, watch that bird come out. What's that bird? Very much so beautiful. That granddaughter is fine. She went home Saturday. I haven't gotten a phone call, so she doesn't miss me yet. I like. Look at the words, the bird, and the embossing. The embossing did pretty good. So I'm going to have to get me some more. Was going to get some more boxes, but he took the boxes and. But you know that's how you make thick tags. You don't have to buy tags. You make your own tags. I forgot if I don't want it used and messed up, I need to leave it in my studio or leave a note on it. So I have some more boxes and I can make some tags, do my own tags. Okay, so here's my okay, so let's talk about this. Here's my what I'm seeing right now that could have been done differently, maybe. Maybe. I didn't realize that it was going to grab hold to the dots because that paint had been dry like long time ago. So my piece, because it's white and the dots are white, so it kind of everything kind of blend. But I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at any of it. It makes it look very like how the paint come through the flowers, and then some of the words kind of pop out, and the bird. You can definitely see the bird. You can see all of you see the flowers. You see the girl right there, and the girl right there. But now, watch me now. Watch me now. Watch this. Watch this. Y'all watch me. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready to watch this? Watch this. Watch this. Ooh, it's 5:30. Ooh, I ain't been on this long in a while. Told y'all I was feeling kind of joyful. All right, watch this. Let's see if this will work. In my mind, it is. Let's see. Put that right there. That gonna work? Didn't get down on it. Get down on it. Might work if you put it flat. Might work a little better if you put it flat. Put some more ink on. Let's try it again. Try it again. Yeah. Let's go right there. All right. She's right there. Yeah. Glaze. Just gonna see if we can make her pop off. You know, the opposite of what we want to do. We don't want to pop off. She popping off double fold, so it did go down. Oh yes. Yes. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Oh, that's getting ready to be very much so nice. All right. So we got that one. So that answered my question. So let's take her, stamp her so she can be seen. We need her to be seen with these flowers. Because that's the whole thing, is to take Dina's stamp, combine with my stamp, so we can be fabulous together. Because we is and is. Let's put it this way. All right, let's do yellow. So the white, I should have did it. I don't know if there's a way of what I shouldn't have did, because I don't think it would have mattered. I don't know. Ask me if I care. I don't. All right, there we go. Yay. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It's all about having fun. That's all I'm saying. Our prep special creation, is that Azalea or is that LaPortia? I have to ask now because Azalea's back home. I prep custom creations. Oh, yes, I like that. And I'm going to go back and do that flower yellow so it can pop off of the white. I knew Dina and Karen would look together. Probably could have did her different color. Daughter number 3, she's with her. Oh, she's still with her dad. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So let's look at, see how the white, the yellow. I like the yellow. So let's keep going. Let's stamp her again. And these are Dina stamps that I'm stamping along with my stamps. Because I told y'all it's the Dina and Karen show. PM Artist Studio is where you go and grab these fabulous stamps right here. These right here. Okay. All right, let's put this right here. And let's put, we need a little bit more. And this VersaFine Clair, it stays dry longer. So we're going to put this one right in the middle of here. Because my flowers is her hair. Do yellow. Well, let's do pink. Yellow already worked good. Okay, well, let's do yellow then. All right. There. Oh, yes. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. Did you really mean to do that? I did. Okay. I'm really making a mess today, guys. Ask me if I care. I don't. Yeah, Corina. There's really nothing you can do after an ink spill. It doesn't get any fabulous than that. All right. But we're making this paper fabulous. So if y'all want to check out Eddie's video, Eddie did a great video. He did it a little differently on the plate. So I was just like, oh, that'll be work. But I had already put this on there. So just like, whoa. Eddie been showing out here lately. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna have to share this video with Dina. I didn't tag her in it. Guess I should have, huh? But the one time I went to we went to St. Petersburg, learning how to just really, I call it organized slapping paint on paper. It was just so much fun. Which is why I think the more you kind of concentrate on your joy and not really worrying about what who you're going to please with what you create, I think that's when you create the best things. It's like you show up. It's kind of like P's attitude. Well, no, I don't want none of that. No, no, thank you. Like Mariah with the licorice. It's like she only likes it if it's red. And P quickly said, "That's not licorice. That's what's the red one?" I was like, "Oh yeah, she is right. It's not licorice." But look at that. So we've embossed over embossed. So the gray didn't show up too good, but I do like the fact that I'm using my hair, I mean my flowers as the girl's hair. So you're probably like, what? So let's see if we can make this show up a little, little more better. In the words of PMR Studio, mo better, mo better. Let me use this. And this is my craft book. Oh, let's see if we can. Oh, let's do it right here. Let's do it right here. Why not? Why not? Yeah, but what's the name of that licorice? I like it. She's the brand of it. It's not really licorice though. I thought licorice was black. But now they've come up with all these flavors. But the one that she said Mariah likes is not licorice. She calls it oh God. And I liked it, but Twizzlers, yeah, that's it. She's like, that's Twizzlers. And I was like, but I like Twizzlers, but I don't like licorice either. I'm like, I don't like um just yeah, I don't know. But I will say I can give Europe a high five because theirs do taste better. But the licorice that's over here, it tastes like ugh. So, but if I had to choose, I don't want like black licorice. I am a Twizzlers fan, but after how much I've paid for some of my dental work, I don't even fool with Twizzlers anymore. I ain't got time for that to be sticking and grabbing and yanking nothing out. That's very much so pretty. Let's go and put that up there. It's a lot of ink on there. Let's use it. Use it up. Okay, there's that. All right, put her, juice her up. I'll put her right there. Be like, Pete, beat it down, beat it up, beat it up, beat it up. That's what I'll be wanting to say. Oh, yeah, no. See you later, Carla. I'm going to be praying for her. Wait, no, that's Lisa's husband. I'm already praying. Got Carla's husband on the list because he already had his. We're going to put her right there, peeping through. Ooh, she cute. She cute, y'all. She cute. Okay, now we're going to do it with yellow. Yellow, yellow, kiss a fellow. Oh, this is going to be fabulous. I'm going to have to buy some more yellow because it's almost out. Sienna Grace, you can't have his. It's his bone. You had yours. Sorry. She's mad because Blake. Oh, let's do this. Blake over there chewing on that turkey leg. Here's a turkey. They had a turkey leg. So now Blake has the bone. Sienna Grace fights it, and Blake is fighting for it. You're like, no, it's mine. All right. That's what happens when you put out all that powder. Look at my desk. Oh, don't spill it. I'd rather spill ink than to spill Boston powder. All right, let's get this going because I like this. Is that not beautiful? That's my flower, my design with Dina's stamp. Oh, just, just so cute. And the words, that yellow is just makes me so happy. And if you've been here, remember we did that was on um, exam paper, and I just glued it down with gel, matte gel. Are you done? Okay. Hope you're done because your mama going over there looking for the bones. Not gonna let nobody tell me paint won't make me happy. A little bit of paint goes a long way. A little bit of stamping goes a long, and you add all of the tools that you get, and it can make you happy. Y'all see that sun coming through? That sun, I need to close that blind because I ain't been so pretty. I hear heaven singing a song right now because they're happy with that. They know my heart is very, very happy. Oh my goodness, that is so pretty. That is fabulous. Oh, look at that. I feel like I needed to do that on something else that I don't have to have that I can share. Send that in some mail, but this is in my book, so it's already in my book. And I think this is my Dina Wakley, whatever that stuff is called. Okay, we're gonna stamp it. See, we can stamp. I can continue stamping on it. Put my stamp there. Put that there. But for right now, I'm just gonna enjoy this moment right here because this right here is beautiful. Let's see, where's a pen? Um, let's see. Have hope on today's journey. And let's put a date there because today is 6/26. That's all that matters. Normally I don't date stuff, but look at that. Is that not beautiful? I love it. I think this is a good place to stop. So we can go back and see. We still got some ink in there, I'm quite sure. My flowers met up with Dina's stamp and became fabulous. Look how she's hiding in there. Just, I love it. Oh my goodness, I love it. I'm going to leave my desk. I am not going to move anything. I'm going to leave my desk all yummied up. I'm going to try to get all my stamps together. But this really, really makes me happy. This really makes me happy. And make sure it's in technology because it does no good if y'all can't see it. But look at that. So we did that one. And then the real combination, we did this one, which turned out great. We put the words and stamped on that one. These are going to be created, some more stuff. They'll get created a whole lot more. Um, then we have all of our Dina Wakley's sprays on our tags. Where's our tags? All of our tags. And then we stamped on the tag. So tags are ready to do something great and fabulous. I didn't want to rush it. And another one. And there's another one that we did today. I got plenty more on my desk, but that we did today. I think that's it. Oh, we did that one. We did that one. That. I think that's it. Got a lot of tags. I think this turned out to be great. So today's I did Dina's rub-ons. So we had the rub-ons, which I still have some. This is my only sheet left. So I don't want to rub it on any one of them, but that's why I put it on. Where's the one? Oh wait, that one's missing. Oh, they're over there. There we go. We did that one with the rub-on. And then we did Enjoy the Journey with the rub-on. And these are gonna leave the strings on. And this one has my stamp on it. And this one we put joy on it and the flower. So that worked out great. But so we used the rub-on and I used her words. Um, and then we did the stamp, which was this girl that I used. I think that was it. Some of the other thing, there was some masks that I used, but I didn't use them today because I get my stencils from over at PMR Studio. Just saying. Oh yeah, and we did her. We did her. Yes, she was a showstopper too. So there it is. We got a desk of yumminess. All the sun is shining on ever so greatly. Hey, Ava Lee. While watching the end, I didn't get notification. Ava Lee, you didn't get a notification. I'm sorry. It's really my fault. I'm going to take the time today to put up my thumbnails for next month. Although I'm going to be live every day, you would need to know the time. Mondays and Wednesdays, of course, would be the regular time, but the other days when I'm not regularly live, I'll need to decide on what time that will be. And of course, I'll be centered around times where, we are usually around the web. But for the most part, it's just going to be maybe an hour of slapping paint on paper because it's World Watercolor Month. World Watercolor Month. And I want everybody to be included. I think I have one more live, which is Monday for July. And then after that, we go right into July the 1st, which is somebody's birthday. Somebody on here is going to have a birthday. And, I'm not going to call no name, but, if he wants to pop up and say anything great and fabulous in the chat about whose birthday is going to be July 1st, and then, hey, great, fabulous. So that works out. And remember, we are choosing joy no matter what. I want to encourage you today and every day. Love on yourself, but also tell yourself the truth. Give yourself the grace that you need, but do not give yourself excuses. Don't have people in your life that does not deserve to have your attention. Feel what you feel, but do not let every feeling become a command, right? You can be hurt and still choose healing. That's emotional intelligence. That is choosing joy anyway. Um, where I saw something. What did I just see? I heard somebody will be 20. Oh, 21? Yeah, is it? I didn't know. Would he be 21? Yeah, it's going to be Eddie's birthday. Eddie has a birthday July the 1st. So we're going to be celebrating how fabulous. And if you didn't see his live today, Lord, you need to go check it out because you get a sneak peek. Oh, yeah, his live was a sneak peek, sneak peek. So if you want to see some of the things that's going to be coming out July the 1st over at PM Artist Studio, go check him out. Now, if you enjoyed anything and you're like, oh, I need some of those things, can go over to PM Artist Studio now and click on the link that'll be in the chat somewhere over there or is in the description box below if you're on Team Replay. You can get my stamp that came out last month. My flowers that were created and designed in memory of my son and daughter, Tanika and Joshua. This is Joshua. This is Tanika. And then my words, if you like the words that I was stamping out today, joy, peace, you can have them. You can get them in itty bitties or you can get them in bigs. So that's all the joy that I have for today. There's the bird. That one's not mine, but that's Brad's. And the flower I use or the leaf, that was Darcy. So go over to PMR Shooter and grab you some. And if you want any of the Dina stuff, I put the link below. You go over to Ranger and get her stuff. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off of here because it's 6 o'clock. I haven't been on this long in a while. Just so happy with myself. That means my jaw was very, 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 very full. Very full. So y'all have a good night. My dog is whining. She knows I'm happy, so she needs to go outside though. All right. I'll see you guys round the tube. Bye.